Alrighty, guys. Well, let's skip over the little intro here. We know that we ended with a void combat getting started, so we're gonna jump straight into it. Four ships have come out of the warp. We've called out for you to hand over the lost child, and they are now approaching. So we're gonna go straight into void combat now.
Okay. So you said, how many hours? So this is just to get some pre-battle stuff out of the way. You said how many hours did we have? Was it roughly 7 before we made contact with them? Basically, before they were on us.
Yes, you're probably looking at about like 5 or so hours. They're 5 or so hours away at like full speed.
Got you.
You'd be estimating.
Okay. So my first question on that, and it's just to get a clarification. I know the rules state that and right here's the rule lawyering. Let me find it real quick. Okay. I should probably pull up that document. That bombers can only operate. It's page 13 of Battlefield Cronus. What is it? Sorry, I have to find it real quick. Bomber Squadron, Group Dump.
Yeah, no, this is
yeah,
important conversation.
Let me actually just pull up the Word document because it talks about it right away. Okay. That their range, that the bomber fighters can do 6 turns before needing to return. So what does it say exactly? There it is. Okay. Upon launch, and again at the beginning of the bomber wings may move freely. They may continue to operate away from their carrier for no more than 6 strategic turns. 4 if there's fighters. As fuel and life support supplies begin to run low, and the bombers are forced to return to their carrier. So in your mind, does that mean they have a range of 6 turns and then they have to head back? So they could technically, in my mind, the way that rule's written, but it's up to you in the end, move 6 turns out and then at the end of that 6th turn have to turn back.
Yes, so you've got full 6 turns of combat before they then are forced to turn around and make a direct line for refueling.
Got you. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I'm not gonna be like, ooh, so that means they can be out for 12 turns, right? Like, no, I'm just wondering so that basically I'm establishing at top speed their maximum range is basically what I'm looking at. Their maximum range.
Well, they could. It's basically like 6 strategic turns, so they can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's basically 6 turns in the turn order that they can operate before they either run out of air, bombs, or fuel.
Yep.
And then at that point, it's like, okay, red lights coming on, turn around, return to base, refuel, restock up, and then be sent back out for another 6 turn. But you've got, what's it like, 6, if not 12 squadrons of these that you can launch out. And you can launch out 2 at a time.
Okay.
So we'll have a multitude of them, and I'll put a tracker down for each of them.
Okay. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah, of course.
Wanted to get that one out of the way, and then from there I have some orders as we're heading back to the bridge. So as Matthias is making his way back to the bridge, of course, for Stuerman, I think that's how you say it, but basically Helmsman Macedon, red alert, once I hear ships have exited warp and are hailing us, and then I get the message, of course, red alert, all bridge and command staff are to report to their posts. Notify me if there's any issue of staff that basically command or bridge staff that are not responding, because I know that we have a mutant problem on board.
Yep.
Also for him, since you said we're heading straight towards them because they basically came in at our jump point that we're heading towards. Okay. Second, since I know, was it Lady Sachi was incapacitated, and I had sent a squad of men to give her and Cadmus first aid. We're instructing whoever her lead is, if she's still out, to send a message to Thalmius that we've encountered a Chaos warband and are requesting immediate assistance, even though they're 2 days out. I know that. And then, basically, we're going to turn around and start heading away from the enemy for for at least an hour towards
Yep.
Dalmius.
Sounds good.
And I want to see.
Wait, if we're running away,
Hold
can
on.
I like set up mines?
We don't have.
You don't have
miners.
mines.
Nope.
Damn it!
I wish we did, but everything costs money.
Yeah.
So in this, there's a strategy to what I'm doing, and we're seeing what the enemy are going to do. So then once I get to the bridge, and for Tomalis, since you were on the bridge, right, Tomalis? I believe we last left that he was on the bridge. Once he is back, needs to start getting me as much information as he can about those fleet, the size of the vessels themselves, any equipment, what formation they're in, and potentially work with OX to start jamming their communications. Also, find out who's talking to them from our ship and have those people killed.
Alright, I can do both those things. And if you'd like, I can also scan their ships.
Well, the only reason this is going out is because I'm still walking. Remember, I was doing part of the no-knock raids. I apologize.
Yeah,
We're an authoritarian household. No-knock raids.
Clearly, we're clearly the AT.
We're the ATF,
Yeah.
exactly.
Alright, I will work on those two things, or possible threes.
Knock, knock. This is Mayor Bloomberg.
Oof. But right.
Spicy.
But and then lastly, I'll just send you, Saxius, what he records to be sent over to Captain Aqua with some orders. So, and then that'll be it while Matthias heads towards the bridge. And anyone else can do whatever they want then.
Just want you to know, give them the raspberry gems.
Right.
The chair's against the wall.
John has a long beard.
Superb. Right. And is there anyone that wants to do anything specifically?
Aside from that, my only thing was to send. Here, pull up the HUD. Let's see here. The 40 Elysians that had the night cloaks and the 10 with the. I'm sorry. The 40 Elysians with 40 of the 50 night cloaks and suppressed auto guns, in addition to having photovisors, are to be sent into the parts of the ship that are having like actual rebellions, uprisings, and they're there to if they see any high value targets to what's the word I'm looking for, to assassinate them. If they seem to find the instigators, like Mutant Warlord, and 10 others are going to take the remaining 10 night cloaks, in addition to having Econ assault stubbers and 2 mags per assault stubber of organ grinder ammo each, and 2 mags of regular ammo, and then photo visors, and then in those areas we're going to kill lighting, so that way those night cloaks will help hide them better.
Yep.
And hopefully make returning fire more difficult and locating them much more difficult.
Sounds good. So they'll be deployed for that. In the meantime, see here the 2 roles. Cadmus is proving difficult to bring back from his slumber. Lady Sachi is resurrected. Well, not resurrected, but like she's awoken from the medic teams. And reports to the bridge, along with some resourceful astropaths, and immediately makes direct connection with the Tenebris Mayor.
Good.
Another bit of a dinner.
If I'm on the bridge when she shows up to do that, then I'll send that basically he'll want to broadcast that in person so that he can she can probably see the stress on his face, but she can see that he's not shaken by this. He's seen this kind of combat before.
That's kind of, yeah. Oh yeah. Lady Sargi looks furious. Not at anyone, but just angry that she's been knocked out again, and is advising that she plans on unleashing the full fury of the God Emperor and all of his righteous might that she's been blessed with upon these transgressors. So, she'd like to give a heads up and a warning to pardon her French, as well as any, inevitable curses she's going to be throwing out at the enemy.
He will say. He will nod and say, He goes, "Your decency is noted and appreciated, but against such foes, there can be no kindness." He goes, "I
Mhm.
do ask that you wait for an opportune moment as to completely catch them by surprise, hopefully in lieu with the might of the fury and tenebrious mare." He says, "But you know your abilities and you know when to use them. I trust your judgment." And he'll go back to shouting orders at men to prepare things.
Yep.
So at that, basically, one thing to put in there that we are trying to do, at least in my strategy of us moving away from the enemy, is to see if they're going to start splitting, splitting their fleet, or if they're going to continue moving slow and steady with their carrier, because, well, at least with their their cruiser, because I know Matthias would know cruisers are going to be slower than attack craft like that, and so he's wondering what call they're going to make, if it buys him time or not.
Yep. All right. So for the hour that you are basically retreating out, you can see that they are moving their ships out as such. Just make sure that he's got the right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So they're moving their fleet out, where you can see the small raiders of Raider coming out, followed by the frigate taking up the center, and their cruiser, hanging out in the background. So they're
Understood.
basically starting to cast out like this, like wider. You can definitely tell that their raiders are significantly quicker than their main fleet. It seems to be actively holding back their speed, as they seem to be applying borderline full brakes to make sure that they don't shoot off.
Good. So you're saying that so these two guys are basically not going full tilt, but they're trying to make sure that they stay well and staggered.
Yes.
Hmm,
But
good.
they're struggling to do so. They're literally it looks like one of them is actually further ahead than the rest, purely because of how much power its engines have.
Got you.
All right.
Sorry, I need to look at a few other things that I had
Yep.
to do.
While you're doing that, is there anyone from anyone else?
Tumulus, if you
nothing.
are back,
Do I need to do any rolls for jamming?
Go for it.
Yes, I'm gonna
Yeah,
need
sorry.
a tech use, please.
Okay. There you go.
All right, so so from what you're making out, like the amount of noise that you're sending through the Vox communications and such, it's going to be very difficult for anyone to make direct communications. So it's going to be hard for them.
Okay. And they're not close enough to scan, are they?
You can add a minus 20.
Can I
Okay.
use my command to influence him to do better?
No, you can't command him to scan better. This is
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a success.
That is a success.
Maybe barely.
Which one are you looking at?
Captain, which one did you want me to scan?
Everything.
In the end, all of them. But if you would have actually asked which one primarily, my two priorities are this frigate and the carrier.
With that degree of success, may I scan both of them?
No.
All right.
Your
tried.
your call in the
I
end of the day
tried.
on which one you scan first.
All right. If I can even touch the tip of that black one, it would be the black one. Because I can't. It would be like at the pinnacle.
Oh, of our scanner's
See.
range.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
I didn't.
It would make sense that I would try it though. So this is. I'm gonna roll one. Pretty much flip a coin, and this is 1. This is 2.
Yep.
I did the big one.
Audere. Now, with 7 degrees of success, you get the full lot. So I'm just gonna copy the essential components and supplement components for you to see what they have.
Captain, I connected with the Videl. They accidentally opened a frequency. I'm gonna say they accidentally did. I sent them spam.
You sent them junk mail. How dare you? Even we wouldn't stoop that
Spyware.
low.
Hey, they wanted their penises larger.
Oh no.
God, right? I mean, it's dependent on who they serve, but that could be a definite thing.
Yes,
Oof.
andro penises are a thing of the future.
I guess, right?
Make penis into a robot.
All right, here you go. Here is a copy of their entire lot.
Just send
It's
it to Matthias.
I'm gonna send it to the entire lot of you because this is gonna be
Excellent.
So throw it into the tactical hut.
Tack HUD fire.
So you are seeing that it has got Jovian pattern launch base, both at the port, starboard, and the prow.
Okay.
That's some
I
good
has-
intel.
I
has
expected
the-
as much.
Godsbane macro batteries, Godsbane Lance, which has a range of 12 voids units, followed by Mars pattern, what's called macro batteries. The macro batteries are on both the port and starboard, and the Godsbane Lances are on the dorsal, so at the very top, so it can shoot basically 180 degrees. It looks to be a carrier of the highest form. It can spit out more flyers than you have. It probably has more flyers than you, so it's looking at basically being a swarm.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 12. You're probably looking at. Sorry, you have like 24 squadrons. This one probably has 36 squadrons being carried.
Understood. Well,
D.
information is good.
Granted.
Matthias, though this information isn't the best for us, is you can see he has a small grin because now he knows about them, and hopefully they don't know what he's planning. But can I do some quick Tactica Imperialis rolls as we look over the tactical HUD and we're getting that information in? Can I talk with the Red Baron, of course Regis, and Macedon? Basically, we're going to start pooling our minds together on my idea of tactics while everyone's preparing and we're full tilting towards the enemy. I mean, away from the enemy.
I'll stay on jamming then. And tell me when I need to start working on the engine to overhaul it.
Well, the whole entire point of this is to get them to separate their fleet. That's what we want.
Yeah.
We don't want 4 ships at us all at once. In the end of the day. So, did Lady Sachi get a response from Thalmius? Is the first question.
She did. They have acknowledged this, and they're basically going to be sending out their own fleets at the highest speed possible.
But that's still probably at least a day or not further away.
At least a day or so, yeah. So if you can, basically, you can either continue outrunning them, or continue running from them, and they're going to be sending out interceptors, but they are also awakening one of their ports that is out in the further fields.
Excellent.
So that is technically only, what's it called? Not 6, but it's like 4 hours away from where you are.
Of course, you had to put it 4 hours, right at the edge of when I wanted to start engaging them. Son of a bitch.
Listen, you can literally continue running, and they're going to spend some time catching up to you. So by the time that they catch up to you, it would at most be 1 turn, 1 or 2 turns before these guys, the Thalmius fleet, catches
You
the
mean
surprise fleet.
Wait, do you mean a few more turns and until we get to the station? You mean the way station?
Yeah, so the away station is 4 hours away from you. These guys that are coming after you are 5 hours, give or take. So that means that you can get there, and you will only have to like spend 2 turns either running from them, which is fine. You can probably do that. And bear in mind that these other guys are probably going to be pushing the engines. 4 hours would be conventional. If they're pushing it, they can probably go down to like 3.5 hours.
The smaller ones, but the big one won't be able to keep up in the end of the day?
The big ones, you don't think so. I mean, the big one is moving at like a rate of 6 voids units per turn. You're moving at 7.
Got you.
Matthias, is it possible for us to all ahead full our ships to for a turn? That way we can at least maintain a lead.
Yeah. Basically, in the end of the day, would we be able to do that with the all head full pushy engines? Would we be able to get there and still have a decent amount of time before they made it upon the station? Or would they be right on our heels?
You're not going to be doing this without, having at least something close to you.
And that's understood. By close, what I mean by close is, does that mean, 6 void units? Or does that mean, like, they're within 40 void units, which means it's initiated grid combat at that point? Because that's what I'm wondering. I'm basically, in the end, Matthias's plan was, since at first we were like, there's no one out here, Matthias was going to run for 3 turns, giving their fleet enough time to, scatter out, think they're making a nice wide web, but get them far enough away from their carrier so that once we turn about, we just start firing widespread salvos of torpedoes. Either we'd go to the bottom portion of the map here, or the top portion over here, to get side shots, so that even if we miss one, there's a chance that our torpedoes will impact another vessel. It's basically, we're trying to kill these smaller vessels with torpedo salvos before they can even get on top of us. And the maximum range of the torpedo is roughly
60 voice units at max.
Okay, is that the let me look.
I think that's like, it's like ridiculously long.
Well, it's 60. Technically, I think the rule said you can double that range with a negative to your shot, which we wouldn't be doing because they'll start shooting it down with ease at that point or evading. But yeah. 60 void units. That's
So you can, but like
they'll probably be well within that range once we turn around because of how close they'll be getting.
So if I'm just reviewing the speed, you can, if you beeline it and if you get what's it called, OX to push your vessel specifically, because the Tenebrous Mare is a quick ship. Like they're the one who have to like hold back to keep up with you.
Yep.
But they can outrun you any day. So if OX can give me a quick tech use, the second turn of this.
Okay.
As he's dropping down.
All right.
to basically push the engines. We can start seeing like how well you're doing.
Yeah, and if you need me to, I could try jamming their scanners on whatever one you're focusing on, so they can't hit the or
You can do
lock
one
on the-
thing or the other. Right now, you're running backwards and
Yeah,
forwards. It's
yeah.
Basically, we're running right now. The reason why is to
Understood,
get them to spread out.
But yeah, in the near future, when you start shooting your things, if I start jamming them so they can't lock on the missile, I mean the torpedo.
Got you.
It's difficult. You can try. It is a difficult thing given that, eh, well, 40k, as much as they like, interlinking things, they
Yeah.
still like a lot of like localized circuits.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yep.
So
With
go,
that,
go ahead and give me your take use. So that's 8 degrees success. Do you want to re-roll that to get more voice units?
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a message, Saxius. That way I don't have to just
Mhm.
yak it out.
Oh wow.
But this is what I'll be going over. This is what I will be going over with our guys on strategy.
The percentage of that.
Is staggering.
Wow.
Wow, yeah, a 95 and a 94.
Wow.
Game, really?
It is what it is. Well, I mean, remember, per turn you might be able to retry, but jeez.
Yeah.
Oof. Do a good job, jeez. Matthias will say that. I'm just kidding. You're in the engine room, so
You can yell at me.
Oh no, I wouldn't even know.
Okay,
As
so
of right
here's
now,
what's gonna be happening. You are pushing the engine, but you have to stay in the engine to keep this up. Like this
Okay.
is you and Iota literally teaming up. Occasionally, Iota just screeching, going full spider, or like centipede, like running up and down the walls as he comes down to the slaves, berating them in binary that they aren't pushing hard enough, and even like getting involved with his like servo arms, dock arms, as he
Yeah.
just comes along and like pulls things that are inhumanly heavy.
Yeah. No. I understand, and I will be there for it.
Okay, so you guys are making your way out. These people here, I'm just gonna move them in for formation, so they are gonna be as of such here, and then he would have moved up here. You actually make a huge distance away from them as they seem more interested in keeping their tactical, formation
good.
set out. So you make it into the first response fleet of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Okay. At that point, since you said that, is that like an away station that had guys docked on it, basically?
It was a hidden station that they don't have on the map.
Oh, well.
And
House of Trades will make sure to make a little note of that.
Yep.
Consecrated and redacted, of course.
Yeah, they are noting down that they want to talk to you after all of this.
Oh, God damn
As
it.
there is certain things they want to review of your plans. Just gonna throw some ships down here.
Okay. Oh my God! Wow. Oh, those might actually not be the actual size. Basically, when we see them coming into view on our auspex, is what we'll start doing is we will start coming about to basically, let me show with this guy. If we go past them and they start, we'll basically start coming around so that we link up with their fleet. And let's see. With that, Matthias will definitely want to take this upper left quadrant. He will link up with whoever the fleet commander is on and say, we appreciate your assistance in this matter. We ask that we are able to take the northernmost, stellar north,
Yep.
most approach, so that when we start coming in to attack the enemy. All right. Any complaints from them? Any screaming or yelling in binary about what the fuck?
No, they fully accept this. You're going to be linked up with Captain Yar 5, as he is in command of this response fleet.
Majestic as fuck he is.
B.
He commands that you will surrender your ship after this engagement for inspection and deletion of any information that is not permitted to leave Thalmius.
Information. At this point, he will immediately. He'll have his helmsman as they're talking. He will message OX and say. He goes, actually, can I make a law roll here? I don't think technically I mean, he has the fleet, which I know he's flexing right now. But I don't think he does technically doesn't have the authority to do this, does he?
Or at least
That's
the
house
jurisdiction.
information. Yeah, he probably has the authority, but probably not the jurisdiction. Yeah, sorry. Can I make a roll on that?
Sure thing. This is Mechanicus. Is going to suffer a -20.
Okay.
You will have a +10 from the library.
Understood. So in the end of the day,
Can
it's
I
just a -10
assist
to
him on
intelligence.
this?
Standard intelligence roll, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, and with a roll of a 10.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so he doesn't have the grounds to board and just seize assets and start deleting shit. But this is if this is what you think it is, which is, a hidden base to respond to invaders, there probably are some grounds that he can come on board and at least ensure that you don't just record their hidden base. That's basically Imperial securities of the
Okay.
Adeptus Mechanicus. You can turn it around and be like, well, I'm not the Imperial Navy, I'm a rogue trader, so jog on.
Right? Oh, I love that terminology. He will say,
Can you, by law, can I make sure that this location does not get recorded as a voucher?
well, that's the thing I'm going to say to him. In that, Matthias will go, I will agree that you will be in direct communication with my master tech priest. And
Alright.
he'll send it. He'll say, he will be your emissary on board my vessel to make sure no information that you do not want leaving this facility is done so. But I
Good.
cannot have you come on board and delete things at will, as it is my ship.
ER5 accepts these conditions.
Alright, he says. And with that, he will say, happy hunting.
Alright. Well,
Oh!
Gain, Gina.
As you are catching up with the remainder of the fleet,
God, he does look like a badass, though, with that cane. Just putting it out there.
Mhm.
you can
Because
see
it
that
is.
the enemy fleet is coming to a halt. And you can see that they are making a turnaround.
That's adorable. At this point, the Righteous Fury gives it all a head full. Actually, you said they're starting to come about, right?
Yep.
So my question is how do they swing? Because at this point, are they swinging as a fleet, or are they swinging as individual captains panicking? Because if they're doing that, I hope they get dumb
No, they're
enough.
swinging as a fleet. they're swinging as a fleet, so you have the big ones basically coming to a halt and spending the most energy like turning around, while the
Yep,
small ones slowly basically go into reverse at a slower pace, making sure that their exposed rear are at least protected before they then do the whole like, okay, the big guys have now turned around. We're now just gonna go eat and just like Macedon midair.
Oh, nice. All right. With that, can you place us where you think we would be in a correlation with the Mechanicus fleet? Because I'm gonna, of course, have the Tenebrious Mariner Shadow. They are the wolf cub that shall pick apart the how do I put it?
Yeah. So here's how
Yeah.
I'm just placing your
Okay.
just the Mechanicus are more or less gonna be as such. So you have some space away from
So, all right. So one thing when I spot this fleet, I know the enemy has spotted them, but at this point, I would tell OX. Remember how you said you wanted to jam their communications? I would say pick one of them and start doing it now, as they are going to want to sell this information as quickly as possible. And then, can I fire from the Righteous Fury? Let's see, how far away are they?
Understood, sir.
Oh, I think they're well within my firing arc.
Yep.
Pick one, and I will fire upon it.
Oh yeah, that's underneath our range. Can I fire a wide burst, all six tubes, and it's basically firing like this. So a widespread pattern. In the book, let me double check and find it so that I'm not talking out the side of my head. Short and wide salvos. Okay. Wide salvos. Saturate a wider area. If I want to fire this, I announce it at firing. These behave the same way as a normal salvo, except the torpedo's attack range passing within 2 units, which means the torpedo. Remember so the standard rule says if it's within 1 void unit of another ship, on either side of the torpedo or in front of it, it impacts. That increases it from 1 to the side to 2 to the side, so it now has an effective impact range of 5 void units. But I take a -20 to the ballistic skill check, and the maximum impact of torpedoes is reduced by half. So we need to be able to launch 2 torpedoes. We're launching all 6 tubes.
All right.
Can I do a tech priest speech real quick to all the tech priests on the ship that the Omnisci has blessed us with a fleet of our.
I would like a logic roll, because this is not about you being charismatic. You're just saying the facts as they are.
Yes. So, and pretty much so everyone perform at their best.
Go right for it. And,
okay.
Yes, you can definitely give me this roll, Preacher.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Of course.
I'm gonna give that a fate point, and they'll be done for that. And I'll make it a. Yeah.
Yep. You get a lot of returns of like, why are you talking to us in Gothic?
Ah, I forgot to do it in binary. My bad.
Exactly.
Okay.
I've been dealing with the flashies too much.
Oh God!
Oh my God! You still have a tongue? What's wrong with you?
What are you, one of them normals?
Yeah, it's not exactly encouraging them.
All right. Well, there's my jammer roll.
Yeah. You're definitely leading up a decent shield for that, and yes. Is anyone doing any additional scannings? So, Jackie, sorry, Tomulus, are you doing any additional scannings? Murdoch, are you doing any additional prep work, or are you lining up shots for what you have?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Let's see here. Let me get on the Tenebrous Mirrors page and see what we have really fast, just so I can refresh myself. Or I'm sorry, not the Tenebrous Mirror, the Righteous Fury.
Yes, I will attempt a lock on target. Try to give them a little bonus.
Sounds good. Yeah.
The other question I had, these two ships. So,
Yep.
sorry, I had to zoom super out to be able to drag my arrow that far.
Yeah. I get it. The Black Fortune and the Arvadale.
Yeah, how many void units are they apart technically?
But they are give or take 2 to 3 void units apart.
Okay, I meant from like side to side. So basically, my concept is I'm going to fire that volley, and knowing the basic guidance systems on the torpedoes, you know, basically one void unit apart. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just
Yeah.
retcon the wide salvo then? Because in the end,
Yeah,
I don't.
you can.
Okay, I
You
don't.
can.
Yeah.
So it'll just be the Black Fortune and Arvadale that'll be
Yep.
affected.
Yep. Rather than the ones on the sides, because at that point, he's going to, of course, continually give the all ahead full, and he's going to tell the Tenebrious Mare. It seems the enemy, he'll actually say, "Be wary. They may be boating us into a trap." He's like, "I've seen tactics like this before, so be on your mark, but understand
Okay.
we are to pick apart this foe if given the chance."
Okay.
And I will.
So-
I would just like to check in with the engine room and make sure, and the anyone who's monitoring the munitions base to make sure things aren't getting too out of hand. Really quick, as in just like over the radio.
Yep. You hear a lot of like skittering and scattering, followed by Iota going, "What? What?"
Lord Iota, I humbly just have I humbly come to you asking for a quick status update on making sure that the engine rooms are secure. In addition to the munition bays, we are about to enter combat, and it would be most unfortunate if there were to be an accident. Or if things were to get out of hand.
You hear back calculating intentions. Intentions unclear. Do you doubt the Skitari?
I would never doubt the Honorable Skitari. I
That
only
they're-
doubt. Oh, go ahead.
There is your answer, Lord Arch Militant. Do not doubt the Skitari. Skitaris are at peak performance. Subton and Omega have prepared.
I do not
Trust.
doubt the Skitari. I doubt the weakness of the other crew that may not. That is not of the Mechanicus. That being the mutants and serfs.
Calculating. Calculating.
Access denied.
Iota, get over here and help me.
Moment. Calculations complete. Conclusion. A righteous fury is in deep requirement of an additional installation. Thank you, Arch Militant. We'll procure the needed space for the new installments to come. Suggestions has been approved.
Oh, god damn it.
Wait. What are you doing?
And
Do you say that over comms?
No, I'm asking him what suggestion do you mean?
Iota hasn't said that. I as a DM have just realized how Iota would
Interpret.
interpret what you said.
Remember, Iota's a very cut and dry, very mechanicus
No, he is.
individual.
It's like the way I'm trying to get this across is, but still staying characters. Like I'm more worried about the human crew because they're more prone to panic and not being reasonable.
Oh boy.
Human crew will be dealt with to ensure top performance. Arch Militant.
Please do not kill or maim them. We still need them. I simply
Would not do such a
worry
thing.
about their. I simply worry that they may be succumbing to fear when they should not be.
I will not harm them during this event. However, I do request urgent return to Thalmius.
When we have the time, we will get you to Thalmius.
Inserting thanks.
As you were, Lord Iota.
There's a brief pause. I am still standing. Do you request me to be kneeling?
No, there's no need to.
Oh my
God
god.
damn it. There's no need to
One-
prostrate yourself. Please return to your duties and show your ship the same devotion you show the God Emperor. I'm sorry, the Omnicide.
Click.
Click.
I meant Omnissiah. Fuck.
Went blind. I can't
It's
see
been a
because I
fucking
laughed
bad day
too
for me.
hard.
God.
It's amazing. No,
God,
it's amazing.
I meant the Omnissiah.
No,
I
no, and that's the
completely meant
best
Omnissiah.
part. That's the best part. See, that's that human reaction. You meant to say Omnissiah, but your character probably also meant to say Omnissiah. But because of the stress and the weird conversation, you probably said God Emperor, and he's just like, beep.
I'm gonna
Calculating.
I'll say God Emperor, then quickly amend it to and Omnissiah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
There.
You still hear a brief pause, followed by a click as he hangs up.
Nailed it.
Oh
All
boy,
right, let's get this ball rolling.
my lungs hurt, and I don't even have corona.
All right,
Well,
well,
fuck
Matthias
that
is
up.
gonna, if no one's stopping him or he's not getting any, any Battlefleet tactic coordination from the Mechanicus, because they're probably like, beep, we are Mechanicus and do not require your help.
The Mechanicus is basically saying that their plans are to. Here we are. They're gonna take their frigates, fan them out, and then they're gonna have their heavy hitters, their light cruisers at the center, followed by their own cruiser at the far back, ready to intercept. So they are basically moving into a position such as this. Let me just move all the shit out of my way. This is the fan out that they're doing, just with their frigates being much further out at this stage.
Understood. Well, the Righteous Fury will have been pushing, and I know the frigates will probably outrun us regardless, since they are frigates. We're going to be trying to push to keep up on this left flank, while still maintaining the ability to just rotate us because it's bothering me now.
Right.
There we go. And it's starting to bother. And basically, I'm going to fire. Oh, he moved. Boop, boop. Do I still have shot? Is it going through? Nope, not going through friendly lines. Fire. I'm just making sure it's not like going like what right through a friendly ship. That'd be terrible.
It's alright. One void unit is still like 100,000 kilometers. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. All right, so the torpedoes, 30 void units. So the first impact should happen a little bit after turn 2 or during turn 2.
Yeah.
Torpedoes.
Well, at this stage, they've all turned around, so they are as such. They're basically closing in ranks now. Can I have a Scholastic Law Tactica Imperialis from the officers on deck? And I'll roll for Remus and Mastodon as well.
Would
Of
that,
course.
include me or no?
That would include you, yeah.
Any bonuses?
None that I can think of.
Understood.
Can I get a bonus because I am technically Voidborn?
Yeah, I'll give you a +10 then.
Or yeah, I am Voidborn. Okay.
What am I?
+10.
Alright, so
Ooh.
Macedon, Matthias, and Abraham, all of you are looking together as you sort of have this moment of click.
Nice.
And you're realizing, like, oh, wait, they're getting ready to jump because they're all clustering back up together now.
Well, that's fine. I would love to fire some tor. I don't know how long do you think it takes for warp engines to spin up Saxius? Because
Usually it's like 2 or so turns.
okay. I I want to not let them leave unscathed.
If we were to, here's a question: if we were to all ahead full and fire torpedoes, wouldn't technically they be able to travel at a faster speed than normal because of how physics work?
No.
Yes.
Well, I would say the only reason I'd say no is because we don't need to do that. The Righteous Fury has the enhanced magnetic coils. Basically, we have railgun-esque technology that flings the torpedoes out of our launch tubes, giving an additional 2 void units on launch.
Gotcha. Okay, no, gotcha. I didn't know we had something like that. So yeah, then it wouldn't actually make a difference.
What's that? You go from 12 void units to 14 void units? Well, go and fuck you.
Wait, is it? I thought it was just a point. I thought it was 12 at that point. What's the speed? I'm trying to figure out.
12 is like the standard when you launch things out.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, we get 14.
Hey,
First turn.
Saxius,
So, yep.
how far can my bombers launch, like from the ship?
So you can launch 12 from out there. So that's like out to there, yeah. And then from there you can then move 5.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot we also have magnetic launch bays for the fighters themselves that yeets them out there.
Jesus.
You
I don't know
forgot
the
about
amount of-
that?
Yeah, I forgot that, and I'm just like, I'm trying to think of the amount of G's you would be taking. Holy, but you're in the void, so it's
Probably
not as bad.
probably about 8 or 9.
But it wouldn't be as bad, I think, right? Because you're in the void technically. It'd be that initial hit, and then it'd
So
be
that's as
almost
that's
no
as
rev.
far as I could go, is 17 squares right off the bat, then, right?
Straight off the bat, yeah.
But then
Okay.
you can fly
You
what?
We'd have to wait a turn before we launch you, right?
But this, if you take your ace group, I'm fine with you doing a piloting at -30 to push yourself, and then you'll be able to do 1d5 plus your agility in additional void units to catch up to them.
And technically, he knows exactly where the core is on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just rolled a 6.2, so
Well, on
Or-
top of the
or
scan of a
13
nat
a 13. I rolled a 13.
So you can
Jesus.
launch yourself along with some bombers, and you can basically be shot, propelled across over to these people.
All right, give me just a simple 1 or 2 rolls that I need to do to basically get close enough where I could do some damage.
Alright,
Uh,
That's
need-
a lot of
And
damage.
if remember that tactic I talked to you about, buddy? Remember the plan?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Saxius,
remember the plan.
Can we combine that? And I know it's a little bit janky because of angles that the ship would have to be at, but could we fire our torpedoes when we launch our fighters so that it looks like one blob of torpedoes or
Oh,
whatever?
absolutely.
Here,
Absolutely.
can we go into a different channel real quick?
Yeah. With Saxius or just me and you?
No, with Oscar too.
Alright, well,
What's up? Sorry, he wants you as well.
go. So,
Real quick, so if basically if we launch torpedoes, how far or how so torpedoes and the ships are the same speed, right?
Yeah.
Um,
but they can't push themselves, so they can go 17, give or take. You know, well, sorry,
okay.
14. Probably.
So basically, if we're all launched up until 17 void units, they wouldn't realize it just kind of looks like a blob, right? And they would
Yes.
see stuff branching. Okay. And then, David, what was the plan that you wanted to do, kind of, sort of, at first, and then you want to change it now?
No. It's the same plan. We're gonna fire torpedoes and you out in this. Well, so my plan initially was a couple volleys of torpedoes, but since now they're turning tail and running, rather than fighting us,
Okay.
we're just gonna do it all in one big blob, and then I'll just let you know, hey, we're gonna be firing concentrated single volleys at the smaller vessels once the first impacts happen, because I don't want to risk. Well, technically it'd be nearly impossible for you guys to get hit by a torpedo because they're massive, but still a possibility, and it would obliterate whoever it hits. So yeah. So basically we're gonna fire the torpedoes, then you, so that they're ahead of you for the first turn or two, and you guys could even sit in their wake probably. And then once they impact, you just start going at it, and we'll all head full with the fleet. Just remember, you're going to be all alone out there. So if you can, cripple engines and fall back. That's the big
Okay.
one.
Okay, what ship do you want me to go for the most?
I don't think that the small ships would leave the big ship behind. But
That's what I was kind of thinking.
the problem is it's now they were smart and they buckled up. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
They've basically created an overlapping AA field. So now any time that you're starting to get into their field, you're gonna have 2 to 3 ships shooting at you for AA coverage.
Well, okay, Saxes, what's the range for AAA?
It's not as long, so it's probably gonna be like 2 void. Yeah. All right. So you might be able to have like, if you go for like the Alpha Del, you're gonna have a total of 3 ships being able to shoot at you. Give or
It's a
take.
total of 2 or 3 void units.
2.
So, we'll see what I was thinking. Since technically, right here is your engines.
Mhm.
They can't. These 2 front ships can't shoot at the back of the ship.
No, that's
right?
true. Yep, that's true.
So what I was thinking of doing, depending on, well, I guess this is more tactical stuff. So I just wanted to curious if how the torpedo thing worked before we started getting stuff. But I guess we can switch back and I'll just explain it to everybody.
Sure. Yep.
All right, I'll move us back. Sorry, he asked if we could move. Sorry about that, guys.
Bat salts?
Are you really sorry? Are you?
Okay. So,
OX,
We have a
your message has been sent.
all right. So I'm gonna transmit over all command staffed Vox frequencies, and basically have a kind of a layout of everything in a holographic image, if we can.
Yep.
I'm basically gonna be like, we're gonna try to launch torpedoes and bombers with a fighter squadron, including myself, and we're gonna make an attack plan to. Oh, didn't mean to put that there. To do a quick hit and run on the flagship of the enemy fleet, trying to cripple its escape, because I do not believe that the 3 smaller ships will leave it. I could be wrong, but theoretically they shouldn't leave. What we're gonna do is come in on an attack run, and then just come straight back and go all the way around. Might put some ordnance on the rear ship, but this is the basic attack route that we're gonna be running.
All right.
He'll nod and say, if the Emperor deems it so, our torpedoes will blast that frigate out of the sky and leave the glory of crippling their capital ship all to the Red Baron and his fighter aces.
Another detail is we're going to mask our approach with torpedoes as we move into attack. Once we get 17 void units in, we will split off because we will try to push as hard as we can to get to them as fast as possible to make our attack run.
Right. Quick question, Jackie. You rolled a scrutiny test. That was for the what's it called, scanning.
Yes.
All right.
was
So that
a,
would have been a success. It was a 2-point-something degrees of success, which gives you the some of the essentials. Are you doing that for the Black Fortune, the Consolante, or the Badger? Since you already have the Arvadale.
Let's do the Black Fortune.
Alrighty. Yeah. You'd be getting the essentials then. Just gonna throw that into the chat again. The pattern is a falchion. Falcon.
Yes, Falchion pattern. A good vessel.
Alrighty. So yeah.
Okay. And Da'Arkus, you have dispatched was it Master Hakon with his men to quell these mutants for the moment, correct?
Correct. In addition to the men who were put on standby as a QRF with bolt guns, just in case. They're ready to respond to anything within the ship. And I believe our other men should be in place who are currently prepared to quell any further uprisings from the shadows and also take out any targets of opportunity that present themselves.
Okay.
So hopefully
Alright.
they chose their sniper's roost well.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So you are launching off your.
Yeah, I will be firing torpedoes when, basically right before they launch, so that it masks their approach.
Yeah. So just to sort of bring up an idea of like how much time has been spent. Like this has been about 5 hours for a lot of you, as you've been running away, joining up with them, and putting up this what's it called, this defense.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, in that time, there would have been some messaging that goes back and forth, but I will make that basic attack roll. You did give me. Did someone give me a lock on, or did I need to redo a lock on for me?
You kind of cut out there. Say again.
Oh, I believe someone said they were getting a lock on a vessel, but
I think there was Jackie. Yeah,
Yes.
that was a plus 10.
okay. Well, I didn't know if that was like back in the beginning or if it was. Excuse me. If it was right before we start firing. So, I will make that. What is it? I think it's a ballistic skill test in the beginning and then one at the end when they impact.
Yep.
Okay, and you said it was plus 10?
Plus 10, yep.
All right.
All right, so they launch off. So does the fighters.
Hold on,
So-
real quick. I have a question.
Yep.
How many squads are we allowed to launch in Lightning Base?
You're allowed to launch one. You've got. Let's see.
Wait, so one squad total? That's it? Just 12 ships and that's it?
No, you've got one on both sides. So you can launch 2 squads at the same time.
Okay. Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll launch my wing on one side, and then I'll do one squad of Marauder bombers as well.
Sounds good.
What do you want me to roll?
Give me a
Just
piloting.
modifiers.
Plus
Well, so
10.
hold on, I gotta divvy up everything. Plus 5 agility. Oh no, that doesn't count. There's Marauders have plus 10 since they're good quality.
Mhm.
So just standard plus 10 or anything more.
Nothing more that I can think of.
Okay.
Hit him with a red baron attack.
Okay.
That's an insane group. Yeah. So you basically fly, practically, in league with these. What's it called?
Torpedoes.
Yep, those are the ones. Just gonna throw this down here to be you.
Okay.
And I'll give you control over it. So that's the first turn. Then the second turn is when you'll be coming in, making your contact.
Okay. Is there anything you want me to roll for pushing it really hard or nah?
Yeah, if you want to push it and break away from them, since you've already rolled so well, that's going to be like a 1d5 plus 6 for additional voice units that you can move.
My bad. My the torpedo firing thing isn't a test until they impact the target. My bad.
D5 plus 6.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. So you can basically ram your way up towards them.
alrighty. Awesome.
So Black
So-
Fortune gives you a -20 for your bombing run.
Okay. Let me see here. On the Black Fortune, I want to drop 2 ships worth of ordnance,
Okay.
which
So you get two
is
bombing runs with one go.
If you look at the Righteous Fury, I put bombing run into the stat line. So basically 3. It's the strength for a bombing run is 3 plus the amount of squads you have. Crit rating is only 4 if you hit 4 degrees of success, and damage is D10 plus 4 to your degrees of success. Oh yes, right. D10 plus 4, and I think you get.
You
the
said my
additional-
damage?
The damage of the bombing run itself, but that's the thing. So you got.
I've already got a damage readout though. And I've
Okay.
sent it to you.
Okay.
Because the damage I have is 2d10 plus 20 explosive pen 10.
I think that's technically a ground attack, but it's up to you. It's actually up to Saxius on
Yeah, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do, ask her. It's up to you.
Yeah, but you get to target specific areas with your bombs. So
Okay.
yeah, so give me your first what's it called, piloting. It will be suffering a -20 from the fortune.
Can I cancel out 10 of that since they're good quality bombers?
Absolutely.
Let's see it happen.
Fuck you.
Yep, that's a hit. So you can give me your normal damage. We'll see how that goes. Which area
I-
are you targeting? Go
Uh, so on the Black Fortune, can I actually make a Tactica Imperialist roll for what systems I can just see out of my cockpit that look like hyper-order systems?
Sure, definitely.
Modifiers?
You'll probably have a -30 because you are literally eyeballing all of this.
God damn, okay.
They're big ships. You're flying up and down to sort of see what is what while under fire.
Emperor protects.
Steven's greatest enemy,
Fuck,
knowledge.
that was a shit fucking roll.
You do have fate points.
Yeah, but at a minus, I'm probably not gonna get it on a -30 though.
Gotcha.
Well, at the moment, the one that really stands out is like the Deep Void Auger Ray because it is an outside unit.
Oh, I'm gonna use fate point. Give me 1 second.
There's also the engines, which are clearly the engines.
Yeah, it's. I'm not gonna find anything. Yeah, just do 1 bombing run on the engines then.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Just roll a 2d10 plus 20.
2d10 plus 20, please.
It doesn't matter for the pen since it's a ship, right?
Yeah. -35. Give me 2d5s for the whole damage in the crew population.
Hey, what?
2d5s.
2d5. Okay.
Yeah. So
/ roll 2d5.
all right, super. Turn it off that, super. Yep, that's it for now. So you basically fly along. No. Actually, no. You already did that. So yeah. No critical damage, but you do some bombings towards it, which is good. They lose, a 4% of their crew from this run.
Okay.
All right, so that's it for now. The following turn is when you would be making your way over towards the Audere. At this stage, the group of you are going to be moving in uniform, so just going to move some of you forward here. So you're moving up towards like so, but we are going to be having the Fury be probably more along the lines of here.
But we want all the glory! Unless, I would have tried to have that close up here, just because I do want to smack these fools. We would be pushing units unless we get a call from, what's his name?
No, they're not calling you. I'm just saying that like their frontliners are basically pushing further out
Gotcha.
now.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what you meant. Sorry, I was like...
They would be out here. Going out. Oops, wrong angle.
I love his...
Here. All right. Preacher.
Yes, sir.
What's it called?
Ballistic skill test.
So, yes. Please don't roll that, because the moment they come near, disruptor, or what are the exact term? You have the defense countermeasures being launched against them.
That is fine. That is fine.
Which means that the Black Fortune does not get hit, but only the Audere is going to take that punch.
That is fine with me. You want me to?
So give me the second roll, the second ballistic roll for the Audere.
Got you. Ooh, don't like that roll. The first one was better, but I forgot you don't roll at the beginning, only at the end.
It's still a hit.
I know.
And you still get to pick which one you're targeting.
I know. I want to do. I'm a bump it with a +10. So I will remove that from my fate point.
Yep.
Pool, so that I get 2 degrees of success rather than just the 1. And do you want me to? What do you want me to roll first with the torpedoes?
The torpedoes, from what I remember.
We put them into the macro batteries since we're firing plasma torpedoes with standard guidance systems.
Yeah. Just trying to figure. So damage is 2d10 plus 14.
Right. So I got 2 hits, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's the first one. And
Oof.
the second one.
Yeah. So the first one is going to be a 1d5. The second one's going to be 2d5s worth of damage.
Right. 1d5. And then 2d5. All right.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. All right, good hits.
Super. Alrighty. Great. So, Red Baron, do you continue your bombing at the Black Fortune, or do you move on?
I move on to the it's just basically a straight shot. We're going to the Audere.
Yep.
So, and then release literally all of our fucking ordnance on it.
Go for it.
And I do apologize. Last turn, when we're not rolling, they would have been reloading torpedoes because they already have orders. They know what the captain wants. I want dead chaos. I like how they have one friendly ship that broke off to the left. I think the Mechanicus already know what's going to happen. I'ma just keep slinging torpedoes. I am glad that we did figure out what the Black Fortune was. That is good for me.
All right. So give me another bomb run.
Modifiers.
This is going to be with a minus 40, minus 50.
Can I ask why?
Yes. Their crew is drilled up to a higher standard, and they're going to be launching a, what's it called? A single squad of fighters to fight against you.
Okay. Let's see here. Alrighty. So if it's a minus 50, what can what can I subtract off of that? Because I have good
So
quality
you-
ships. I'm
Yeah,
still
good quality
flying with
ship.
everybody, so
Yes, but you are flying with. It's pure bombers, if I understand it correctly. Or is it
that is
you and your-
incorrect. That is not correct.
Okay,
Um,
so it's your ace pilot group.
so basically how I have it is, if we had 2 squads, um, let's see, so 12 ships in 1 squad. So 12 ships would be bombers, and then I'd have it sacrifice half squadron for another 6 bombers, and then the rest of me and my guys for another 6 ships. So technically, I've
Alright,
got
I'll give you plus 20 on top of that, so that would be a minus 30.
okay. Can we roll that?
Absolutely.
A little bit better.
A little bit better, yeah. So you make your normal run. You can do the damage.
Okay.
And
Again,
effective. Go on.
I was gonna say again, we're releasing all of the fucking ordnance, like all of it.
Yep.
Hold on, let me pull up my spreadsheet again. My bad.
Yep. So it'll be like what 2d10 plus 20.
So on here, I've got I can use standard bombs or heavy bombs, which I mean I didn't really specify which I can use, which I was gonna use. On standard bombs, I've got 2d10 plus 20, and then on heavy bombs, I got 3d10 plus 20. But I have less bombs, which I mean we're not counting, so I'll just roll the regular 2d10.
All right.
Also, obviously, I'm targeting their engines so they don't go anywhere. Is that
Sure.
okay?
You'll. All right. So can you give me a 1d5 for damage, please?
Oof. Was that count as a piloting roll or not?
No, I'm afraid not. Because the piloting roll is for you to target that specific area,
Mhm.
and then the damage is the damage.
Okay.
It's just this is the impact from the crew. So you do a lot of damage to like the hull and what have you. So you're definitely starting to penetrate through that. But this is a cruiser. It is built to take some heavy punches. So you're definitely weakening their armor, but in terms of like actual damage for the crew population and such, you're not making the biggest dent.
Disregard that roll. I was just checking something.
Okay. Well, with all that said and being done, the Consolanta has used the other turn to basically turn around and is launching something throughout here.
I already think I know what it is.
Get out the exact method. They're launching it this way.
Should I get words on that, I would definitely shout at Master Tomalus to give me telemetry on what that thing is.
Sure thing. Master Tomalus, would you mind giving me a scrutiny roll?
With the ship's plus 18, correct?
Yes. All right, Tomalus, I'll message you. You should have received a message by now, and I'd like you to start sweating.
Not sweating that bad.
Yeah.
Well, what negatives do you get with that roll?
I still think he's got like 9.9 points of success.
Alright.
Captain, it appears they've attached semi-active warp drives to torpedoes.
What?
It's a... Oh my god. And so at this point, he starts screaming, "Get me, what's his face? Captain Jar." I'm like, and like on every frequency, they are screaming at him. He even tells OX to start.
Mastodon is just leading in, is just going, "Captain, let me drive."
He goes, "You are free to drive. Alert the fleet." And he says, "OX, get me the frequency with Yar 5. There are was basically, he's like, they've created a warp overload and they're firing at it at his fleet. If he enjoys this fleet, he will move."
There you go. All of a sudden, I'm like, ah!
And he tells the Tenebrious Mare, "Follow us," and begin moving away. But
Alright,
is this technically the second turn? Can I fire yet another volley of torpedoes?
Yes, you can.
Good. And yep,
What-
we'll just
what
remove
is-
more. Except
I
yeah.
mounted the
same pattern, same shot, so I don't have to roll for the initial launch. Actually, it's only when the torpedoes get there.
So I'm gonna consider that success is literally me instead of him going through it. I'm literally 110111011 at the cap
Yes.
at a
Okay.
nano section.
But
this is a macro battery bombing run. Is it still a macro battery or is it a bombing run? Which one is it?
No, it's a bombing run. I just put it on the sheet for quick reference. It's not a macro battery. It's the bombers.
Oh, okay. I will be on the plasma weapons then, waiting for our thing to pull up on the side, just for future reference.
Sounds good. All right, so everything.
Can do my action real quick.
Yep, yes you can.
Since we made the bombing run, I'm gonna go over to the Voxcaster and report to the ship to prepare half of the remaining bomber squadrons and half of the Fury Interceptor fighters squadrons to be launched out of a standard bay. And then the other half of my squadron to be loaded into the Lightning Bay, launched towards us as well. And then basically, how far can I move?
You can move 5.
5.
And then you can push yourself. With a what's it called? With a piloting roll.
We're going right there.
Okay.
And then where's the? You said the trajectory is like this right here. Whoops.
Yeah, that direction. And let me get out so you can see exactly.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
God, what are you trying to do?
Can I pick up any radar bogeys on my radar warning receiver?
Give me a tech use. Because you are looking over hundreds of thousands of kilometers.
Okay.
Make the roll of good.
Modifiers.
I can't think of any.
Get fucked.
Nice, good roll.
Nice.
Yeah, you pick them up if that's what you're aiming to do.
Where are they at?
So they can shoot out about here, give or take.
That's where they're at?
Yeah.
Okay, can I transmit that over pretty much all friendly comms
Yes, you can.
and then like do an actual geographic location of where it is in 3D space?
You will do your best for that, yeah.
Okay. I could roll
But the
another
tech
tech use
use-
for it if I need to.
No, that's fine. That's included with that tech use.
Okay, okay. Awesome.
So yeah, people
Well,
know
I'm
where it is.
gonna put a point
Uh,
down. It's like right here,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, perfect. All right,
Question.
go on.
Is there a way to get these things to not overload? That's the real question.
What'd you say?
Is there a way to get these things to not overload, or is it basically, even if we blow them up, they blow up? I mean, it's warp reactors tied to a thing.
You have no fucking idea. You're not a tech priest.
That's fair. Yep, that's absolutely fair. And so that message would have definitely been shot to OX, because he's just like, if I have no idea, I would ask him. I'd be like, is there a way to get these things to not overreact? I don't think your Mechanicus want a potential warp rift opening here. And then he'd
Fuck.
also hail the Red Baron and say, get away from it. And Macedon does have the helm, by the way.
Yes, I'm gonna roll for
I-
Macedon now.
Deja vu. Never been in space before.
And okay.
Ooh, he's using.
What do
his
I have to roll?
ability.
What can I use to help? Would it be logic?
Archaeotech is what you're gonna be needing here, because this is technically an Archaeotech item.
Archaeotech. Okay, Forbidden Lore. Archaeotech. Okay, I have. With the help of Iota, what can I do? Get a bonus.
You can get a plus 20.
All right, here we go. Now,
You should definitely faint point of 99.
I don't have any points.
Oh, rip
What
it!
do you mean you don't have any? Wait, what do you mean you don't have any points? You already used them?
Yes.
Oofed
Oh
up.
wow.
You forget.
Oh.
You forget. I burned one to save Omega.
You did. Yep. I forgot about that.
So I can't re-roll that. So,
Gotcha.
just get away.
All right. So that's happening there. Jack, can I have another scrutiny roll for your radar readings?
Do you think we could redirect it with another, like a dummy, why can't I say it? Not missile, torpedo. A dummy torpedo to redirect.
I have. Matthias would have probably no knowledge of that.
I have an idea.
Okay. But if we could try to.
You did get from the comms from the captain. Get the hell away from that thing.
All right, so that's that thing is still continuing on. You can see the vessels of the Mechanicus are trying their best, but at the moment, due to the sheer amount of momentum that they've been building up, just immediately changing that just seems to be working against them.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay. With that, you will say, Master OX, ask if your Captain Yar 5 has any knowledge on how to quell the machine spirit here, because we are working against the clock at this moment.
Okay. Would there be an intelligence roll to talk to him, or what? Since I got up, I'll just.
Yeah, no, he's got you. You've got him there.
Yeah, I will ask him 1101101. Ask him what would we do for this? I've not encountered an equation like this.
He is advising that that is heretical usage of a warp engine,
Yes.
and he has never encountered such a blasphemy. So he's trying to get his men out of the way.
Understood. I'm going to try to upper void shields.
Yep.
While all my other men are going to push the engine so we can get the fuck out of Dodge, I'm going to try to anyone on void shields. This is the situation.
Yep. Give me a tech use for that one. In the meantime, Red Baron, you have a plan?
I do have a plan.
Yep.
Where are the ships that fired off from, or launched from? Let's see.
The enemy?
No,
They're staying with.
no, not our ship.
Oh,
Not,
our torpedoes that we fired, basically.
no, not our torpedoes. The ones. So I said, if anybody recalled, I said I'm gonna launch half of the Marauders bombers, which is 6 squadrons, and then the rest of my guys, which is 6 ships. It's had another half squadron of my ace wing.
Remember, they're gonna have to be launched in waves because of the way the
I know that. That's why I'm asking what got launched, and then, I mean, I guess I can roll for it, and then, the Fury interceptors I did, so that's 3 squadron Fury interceptors.
Messed up our last known coordinates were there.
So
14 is the first move.
Let's see. So if we did 17,
Yep.
that means that's where the rest of my guys are gonna be at. Which, I mean, I'll just meet them in the middle. Fucking 5 right there. Okay, I'm just gonna move right there, and then do a holding pattern right here.
So that is our torpedo range. There we go.
And then I'll make an announcement to the bridge. It appears that the enemy is turning around once again and readying weapons. Prepare yourselves.
So how many ships do I have right here now? Actually, how many squads? Technically, I have 2, right?
Yes. You currently had 2 to begin with. Now you've got your other ones that's been launched out that you called for.
Okay.
So if you are ordered for another 2, then you can have a total of 4.
Okay, so I have a total of 4.
Yep.
How many little tiny ships do you want to put down per squadron to show?
I'm just gonna put down. This one's gonna be 2. Then I'm gonna have another one here that's gonna be 2.
Okay, perfect. Let's see, and then so that's 6. So that would be me. So I have 3 more squadrons and bombers on my way. And then I have the fighters haven't reached us yet. Okay, that's what I was just trying to figure out. All I'm doing right now is just doing a holding pattern, like right, yeah.
Sounds good. All right. That's it. Macedon's gonna be pushing that way. Tenebra's Mare do a final roll for their captain. So she's gonna have to go. Actually, no, that's gonna be 5. And she's gonna try and do like. There, so she's ending up looking over here. So the entire thing is scattering out. Let's see, the main fleet is rolling as such. Oh, that is terrible. So they are going full speed ahead, actually. Can someone roll me 2d20?
Sure, I'll get that.
Thank you.
2d20s.
2d20, please. Wonderful.
It's 10, right? Righteous Fury, right? Right.
Thank you. Is that how we want to do it?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Calm down. Calm down, Jim. It's okay.
Was that?
Alright.
Wait, was that for what?
No, be mean. Be nice.
No, I'm just using the rules as they are at the moment, so it's going to be down to that. So here we are. So what you then find is, wait, is that right? No, I need this one off. Here we go. So what you find is that the torpedoes goes off, or they continue, basically moving at the trajectory that they had, and they end up here, where they then seem to go off. And as this is happening, you find that Mastodon slams down for the shields of the bridge to basically
Shut.
close down. Yeah, shut. As you realize that reality beyond yonder, like even your human eyes can see that things are starting to get distorted. And you then hear a scream throughout the hallways, and a
Yellow
message
failed.
comes through that
I
a
would
message comes
scream.
through.
Yeah. Go ahead.
A message comes through that Cadmus is now awoken.
Huh.
Well, that's good for us, most likely.
Yep.
I'm glad I did a 9.1 success on the protection.
Yeah. So what you're going to be having here is that, so these are the guys here. Unfortunately, none of these people have brought up their Gellerfield, so they're straight up gone. So he's gone. He's gone. They're going to have to do a hard roll or be sucked into the warp.
These guys.
That's gone.
Oofda. Oh, there you go.
That's the captain's ship.
Mhm.
From the radar, you can just see that due to how the warp realities are swifting around the. Well, you don't know what it is, but something seems to have been picking its way out and grabbed the ship and pulled it in.
There you go. Fire.
Now we're going to be taking the surrounding areas, which is going to be here, here, and here to see if they can stay off course. So the first one, fail, success. So they move in here, They stay fine. Stevens.
Yeah.
Oof.
What do you want from me?
Can I ask a piloting roll because you are still in the gravitational pull?
Oh. Can I reroll that?
Yes, you absolutely can.
That's much
There
better.
you go.
I was gonna say, don't you get an automatic reroll for piloting?
Well, he didn't,
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
do.
he failed, but
No, well that so
That is a big warp rift.
welcome to an engine going critical.
Yeah.
Not
question.
just one, it was multiple.
question,
multiple, sorry.
Oscar, real quick.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to reroll any piloting or just failed piloting?
Any piloting, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, awesome.
This is now staying on the battle map.
Fine.
Forever.
Matthias. I need to make a roll. Let's see what happens.
Staying close there. Super. Oh no, he was fine. Move him away. All right.
Can I take a half move to the left?
Yes, you could definitely take like a half move to the left.
Okay, because I don't want.
Audacity.
Bye. How did that gravity well?
Well,
Bye.
Tenebra's mare is able to stay afloat, but you can see that like they are basically diverting all energy towards their engines.
that's
And
fine.
everyone else is now putting up their Gillifield fields, so trying to at the very best.
Yep,
Fucking chaos. God damn it.
that's fine with me. Matthias.
David, PM.
All right. Brian. Can I have a willpower roll?
Yes.
Hold on, I was going to say, yeah, go ahead, do your thing.
Sorry, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Any modifiers or anything, or straight roll?
Plus 10.
Okay.
Right. I'm quickly going to borrow you in the librarian, if that's right.
Okay with me.
You guys get from Matthias as you see. Oh. All right. Oh, okay.
So we're like just at the edge of like the plasma battery distance, and they are technically within the. I could fire at them from here.
You could at double range. Well, I'm gonna ask Saxius, since what was it? They were roughly here. Technically, that one is still within range of our torpedo salvo.
Okay.
Duly noted that the warp will gravitate them toward them, so you're gonna have to kind of shoot them off a bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, of course, Matthias is good with torpedoes.
Very
But,
good, yes.
The
Very
thing that's that Matthias, all of a sudden, you see him slam his fist down, and he goes, and you hear from your comms over, of course, people screaming and freaking the hell out. OX, he says, "Get me your Mechanicus fleet on my comms." He's like, "Should they lack in seizing the initiative, we shall burn these heretics out of the skies." Basically, I'm basically telling you to get them on my command frequency.
I can try to do that.
Yep.
I'm just really happy that I rolled a 4 for our shields. Do I get any bonuses because you're yelling at me?
Do a good job. I mean, technically, whenever I give a command, I basically can give you a +10 out the gate. So.
Okay, I would like that. There you go.
All right. And you can just put underneath that with, a piece of information like. You can put on, Saxius. This is to get them on the Righteous Fury's comm frequency.
I'm working on it.
As my torpedo bays have already been reloaded.
Thank you. We still outnumber them. But do they have another torpedo like that?
I stole you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to make my way to the bridge. So, I did send you a message, so you know that I am on my way.
Okay.
And just as we spoke to, that is my appearance.
Say that again. The last bit.
Just
Sorry.
as we spoke about earlier, that is my appearance.
All right.
Okay. All right.
See.
Halfway to the danger zone.
Okay, I see the warp has affected their minds. Mr. Pilkington, you know what to do.
No,
Blam
it's the
blam.
Red Baron
Blam blam blam
going
blam.
in- going about getting pumped up. He's listening to Kenny Loggins.
There you go.
Calling all senior officers to airlock 13, airlock 13 to senior officers.
Right.
Somebody clone real quick.
What do you mean by cool whip?
Cool.
All right, guys.
Cool it.
All right.
That's
Sorry.
being sent through, and we're now going to have to go into the turn order as before.
Yes, indeed.
Ah,
Now I've got you where combat's going to be taking place.
Have all my
Got it.
ships reached me yet?
Also, can I make the torpedo roll? Because
Yes,
I
you
did
can.
fire a second volley. All right.
Yes, you can.
Also, question. Since we are, our starboard side is facing the Black Fortune, the Consolante, and the Ava Adele, wouldn't I be able to also make a shot at -10 since it's at just about the max range?
Yes, you can.
Cool. With those plasma batteries. Cool. Would I be able to do that right now, or would I have to wait on that?
You can do that right now.
Okay.
And Stevens, your other planes will be with you.
Okay, so let's see. That's 2, 4. Put another. You'd have. I mean, you put another 2, 4.
Okay, and
two.
Matthias, do you have any inspiring words for me to hit these enemies?
Give me a moment. I'm
Trying to see if I can con a 0 on my modifier out of you.
right.
That's a lock-on target test as well.
Got
Nice,
you
that's a
for
plus
the
10.
Ave Adele.
Okay, so I'm at 0.
Since they would technically, in my mind, since you said the Black Fortuna has awesome defensive kit measures, they would have obviously shifted their lock to the Ava Adele.
Then I shall.
But I
target
mean,
the
whatever they
Consolante.
impact, they impact. Yeah, and yeah, I'll definitely. He'll be screaming all kinds of orders, but I need to pull up the order thing. I'm gonna make that roll first, though.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to. I'm gonna spend a fate point to re-roll that. I'll risk it for a biscuit.
All right. All right. So I'm ready to fire. Do I get a +10 from you, preacher? You're doing good.
Oh my god! And of course my thing bugged. What did I roll on my second skill check? I can't even see it now that I'm bugging.
Your second ballistic skill rolled as a 2.
2 degrees of success.
Yeah, versus your 1.2, which is your original.
Okay. All right, sorry guys, I have to rejoin because I, for some reason, it ultimately bugged out and left a little drop-down thing. All right, which means at least 2 impacts rather than just the 1.2. Actually, I'm not rolling well with my ballistic skill checks today.
Right. And Jackie, are you manning the augury arrays right now?
Yes.
Ah, so with Jackie manning the augury arrays, would that give me a +10?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm at 0. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? No.
Right to the homicide.
Come on. There we go. Okay. With
All right,
that,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, was OX able to open frequencies to the other Mechanicus vessels?
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Yes.
With that, Matthias will say, "There is time for grieving later. Now is the time for action. These heretics have blasphemed the Omnissiah and his holy machine, not only with their existence, but with their very actions and lives. Because should you wish to bring the wrath of the Omnissiah and the Empire against them, form up on the righteous fury. We will bring death and damnation to these fools and reclaim what is the Empire's." And he'll have Macedon start basically, if possible, if the gravity well isn't too terrible over here, he'll have him slowly start basically bringing us alongside to start forming up on the ships.
If I remember correctly, don't you have like a binary translator too?
Did you give me one? I thought we talked about it, but I can't remember if you actually gave me one.
Yeah, no, you got one prior.
Okay, cool. Can I make 2 command tests? One for the Righteous Fury, the Tenebrious Mare, and then everyone else for the Mechanicus guys. Saxius
Yes.
for that yelling and slash kind of trying to do a speech.
Yes, you can.
Any bonuses to the standard meat bags?
Oh yeah, you get a +20.
Okay.
Ugh!
And then for the upgraded
Booyah,
boyos.
shaka chaka.
And then for the Mechanicus, any modifiers?
That would be a -10 because again, you're trying to do fellowship to people who are very mechanical.
Yep.
So it's just an alien way of doing it, but
Yep.
you are getting through.
Okay. And when do the back doors of the bridge open, and we see a sight?
I'm gonna have that happen now.
Okay.
So, Brian, would you like to describe your entrance?
Yeah. So, coming in on everybody's on the bridge, correct? Just so I get that straight. Nobody's missing. Just so I don't.
I'm in the engine room.
Okay, it'll get relayed to you. Okay. Obviously, I've been gone for some time. It's been almost 6 hours of fighting. I come into the room. You notice that I do not have my staff. 2, I do not have any of my robes. I don't have my robe on. You can clearly see armor, and on that armor has, is ornate with the Aquila, and other ecclesiarchal symbols on the armor. But then my arms are bare, and you can see tattoos all through it, and on through my neck and through my upper back. And you notice that there is, although Xerxes has always had a look of determination, something is different, and even more so, even almost to the point, but not over into rage. So that is my entrance, and plus I have my flamethrower, of course.
Okay, I did see that with the servo skull. B.
Not quite 100% rage, but definitely fuming.
It's not rage. It is purpose. That makes sense.
It does.
Okay.
Alrighty, so the lot of you are in there. Now, we're going to go into the actual turn order now, which means someone needs to roll for the Fury using your detection.
Okie
And
dokie.
then,
Wait, detection or awareness?
no, detection as in the ship's detection.
Oh,
What is so their detection is a plus 18, so what is that? Just a
1d10 plus 18.
okay. Gotcha.
I'll add you in there. And then
Oh, jeez.
ooh.
Anyone want to give a fate point to make that an automatic 10? Because Matthias is running low.
Sure, I'm down. I'll,
If the
spend
GM
one.
will allow it.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
All right, cool. Let me see if I get it back.
It'd be funny if you do, because the Emperor deems it and so.
Emperor
Ah,
protects.
Sad day.
Well, hey, remember the last few sessions has been like the Emperor protects.
Yeah, every single time. All right,
I
so
did- I
instead we
I
get a
ended up with
28.
The exact
I gotcha.
amount I started with.
Alright, let me just get through.
And I
Fine,
forgot
do.
to roll the torpedo's damages from the impacts.
Yes, please.
Got 2 hits. So
Get that right.
jeez, every single time it's so close to a 10.
Alright, super. So that was against the of Adele.
Yep.
Alright, so that's 2d10, 2d5s for damage. Is there any specific area that you're going for?
Mm-hmm. They're void shields.
Alrighty. Give me the damage. Oof. That's a hard hit.
Good to hear. We've been hit pretty hard this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Time to start bringing it to the enemy.
All right. So, see, that's the turn order there. And then let's get these ones in here.
And with those good impacts from the and sign from the torpedo man, I actually need to reduce how many we have because we fired 2 volleys of 6. All right. We have 5 volleys left. And with that, he will give the earlier than normal, no faster or slower than normal.
Yeah, what happened after that plasma battery hitting the Consta?
Is
second.
roll it yet?
Lanti?
Have you done damage roll for that?
No, I
Consta-
have not yet. Because
how many? All right, super. Let me see.
I
Constellata,
rolled a,
they've got.
I did the minus 3.8 and then I rolled a 4.9 because I did the reroll.
All right,
Oh,
so
you
that
got
will
5.
be two.
Wow.
That's 5. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a critical then. It's a critical
really?
then. Yes. So let's see here with the Righteous Fury, your plasma.
So it's 1d10 plus 2.
Yeah.
For damage. So.
Well, remember,
5d10 plus-
hold on. Yeah. No. So. Yeah. Sorry. Plasma battery,
Okay.
strength 3, which means
5.
you get a maximum of 3 hits.
Yep.
So roll 5d10.
Nope.
No, so 1d10 plus 2 3 times. It has to be individual.
Yeah. Because basically what it is you're firing out of like 5 or 6 guns, and 3 of them are finding purchase on the actual vessel themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since it's a crit rating of 4, 10 out of 10. What is that? Any roll of a 4 or higher, I think, is a critical.
That is a
If
critical.
it pens their
So-
armor. If it pens their armor.
Yes. So that is a 1d5 for the critical.
Okay, so I roll 1d5, correct?
1d5 for the critical. Alright. That is sensor damage. The ship's auger arrays have been knocked out, leaving the vessel blind until the damage is repaired. All shooting tests suffers a minus 30, and all sensory tests to detect anything beyond the ship's immediate engagement range automatically fail. Additionally, the arrays are located outside the hull, and repairs must be attempted in the void.
Oof.
Oof.
That's a brutal one. If your sensors are outside of the ship, rip.
Which
That thing's got to be
they are.
hanging on my thread too, because we did what, 23 or 26 damage.
No, so the way it works, man, is what is it? You subtract the damage from the gun's shot, right, Saxius? So basically, all of the damage from that gun is subtracted from the armor.
Yep.
And if
So
anything's left over, you make it through.
Yeah, so you did 3, 13, 23 points of damage. You did it against the Black Fortune. Oh, sorry, the
No, I was
Consolante.
targeting Consolante.
Consolante. So you did 23 points of damage because armor of 14. So that's down to 19. It's 9 points of damage. So that's 9 points of damage to its hull integrity.
Sweet.
Ooh.
And 9 points of damage to its crew.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is why void combat's brutal. So once damage starts making it through your armor, problems start occurring.
Mm-hmm.
This is why bigger ships are way harder to kill.
Because they've got an insane amount of armor.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
we've got like, since we rolled really lucky on our complications in history, even though we have a little bit less hull, we've got 1 extra armor, so we have 21 armor out the gate. We have the most armor out of any cruiser you can get. Ooh, nat 10. Oof.
What just happened?
We don't know yet.
I'm including the tech priests vessels because they don't fall under your command.
That's fair.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm just telling them like, hey, form up on us, man. Fleet tactics are better.
Technically, it is the most ideal plan. So
Oh, yeah. If they don't want to listen, they don't have to listen. I'm
Yeah,
just telling
alright.
them what I'm doing because in the end, I already have a
Meta
plan.
needs to roll 1d100. Oh, that's bad. So that's gone now. Sucked in.
Oof. Yep.
Oof.
At least it fired before it died. Right?
They have been they've been struggling to get out of this.
Oh, they diverted all engines.
Yeah, they were doing everything for the engines. They haven't even been focusing, so they just got sucked into the warp. They have not been able to do much. They barely got up their Geller field, so
Well, they might live
they're
then
gonna-
at some point.
they might live. The question is like how soon they get out of the warp.
Right? 190 years later, or 5 days earlier. What? The warp is a weird thing.
It is.
That's actually the ship we saw 4 days ago. Weird.
Right?
Remember, you did say form up on us.
Oh god. Right.
Through sheer warp fuckery, that's actually the ship we boarded earlier. And, killed everything and took and claimed? Yeah. Weird, huh?
That would be so bad. I'd feel so terrible, but it was about our size. It wasn't smaller.
Again, the warp's weird like that.
All right. Here we go. They want the booty. Oof, that's a good roll.
That is a fucking insane roll.
Wow.
That's a critical.
Oof.
That is a critical for the Mechanicus.
That sucks.
How many was that? That's 4 hits.
Oh. What did the Badger fire is the real question.
You haven't scanned it, if I remember,
Nope, you're correct.
and you can't find that out from looking out the window or on the
Well,
scanners.
we're not even looking out the window because the
No.
combat bridge is
Massive.
closed.
Exactly. It's all falling down to you, Tomulus. You better read that radar right.
Mr. Pilkington is tapping his little foot on his bolt gun.
Is that awareness or scrutiny again?
That is always going to be scrutiny, but we'll get to that in a bit. So they've done. So that's that. Just gonna have to move this around here. Christ. So how much did I do there? So that's 10. That's 22, 33. That's 36 points of damage from that. The void shield does absorb sun, but the sheer amount of it is just penetrating through. So you're gonna be having a nicely hit there. It is.
Penetration.
It's okay. For the crew, they're fine-ish.
And anyone who isn't fine gets shot by the Skitarian charge.
Yeah. So if you now it's you guys' turn. So you have got a total of 9 actions that you can take. 6
we
for your
go.
individuals, 3 actions for the Tenebrous Mayor.
Understood.
Shit.
All right. Well,
I know what I
first-
would like to do.
Oh, still too far.
Oof.
Black.
I would like to, once everyone's resolved their stuff, I would like to take another shot at the Consolante.
Well, we're gonna be moving up to assist the team. Is there any way for us to assist the Centurion? There's no like tractor beams in 40k, right?
No such
Okay.
thing.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure
alright,
the
that's
only
fine.
thing you'd be able to do is if you had Ursus claws, but that's iffy. at
You mean
best,
the
too.
giant grapple claws that we'd fire from our ship onto theirs so they can
Yes.
drag us into the warp?
Or either that, or maybe he can fire his thrusters and we both somehow get out of it.
Do
Yeah.
you have 500,000 kilometers worth of cable?
Always. We literally
I know
line
these
our
bitches are
ship's
wrong.
exterior with cable, because it's more armor.
Yeah, but
Just
it's like
kidding.
within like 1 to 2 void units, give or take.
Yep.
Because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still
I
like
know.
hundreds of thousands of kilometers.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna
yeah,
be
that's one.
maneuvering
Go on.
towards the vessels that aren't stuck in, of course, from Master Macedon. So actually, we can wait. So I forgot. So the way this void combat for this works is what you can turn, shoot, and then move, or you can move, turn, then shoot. Right?
You can technically shoot. Well, the rule says move then shoot, but I don't give a damn about that. Like you should be
Gotcha.
able to shoot while you move.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, with that, I'll say the enemy has responded against our Mechanicus friends and hit them while they're down. Master to Arcus,
Yes.
cripple that ship. And he gives you his. Oh, the Badger, the one that just shot at the Mechanicus.
Absolutely. If you can maneuver me closer, I could get a better shot on it.
I apologize. We are going to be maneuvering with our sister ships to form up a
Okay.
small fleet. Their strength
So
is
we're-
numbers, and we hit harder that way.
Okay, so is that where are we gonna end up? Is my question.
Well,
So
technically
Macedon
right-
is planning this route here that you should be able to see. Is
Understood.
this approved?
Um,
Facing that way. This way, so you can shoot your side batteries towards them.
Okay, so that where that 7 SQ is, that's where we end up, correct?
well,
Yes.
Let me look.
Fate.
What's your
Nose this way,
range?
guns that way.
So you have
So
a
that
range
would
on your
put it-
plasma of 22 if you double your range. Oh,
22 is the max. So if it's at 14, what would the penalty be then?
It'd
Minus
still be a
10.
-10. Like,
Still minus 10. Okay.
it's
And then
regardless of how you fired. If you fire them now or then, you're still outside of their standard effective range of 11. So it's better to just
Okay.
fire them now.
I'm just checking.
Mhm.
So I guess with Jack still manning the augury, that's a 0.
Wait, so what turn are we on technically? Is it now
This is the
6?
first.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
so well. We've been moving like really hand wavy about this, but we've had 3
Okay.
to 4 turns before we initiated this.
Yep. The only reason I ask is basically what I'm going to be asking Master Macedon, if our torpedo bays are now loaded at this time, he's going to ask that he gets us in a bearing that is copacetic to
Yeah.
us.
You could definitely
Firing
shoot it at
torpedoes.
one point where you've got. Oops, that's too much. You've got a point where you are facing this way before he makes a turn. So you shoot your plasma weapons first. So go ahead and give me the roll, Murdoch. And then
Yeah,
you can give
yes.
me your.
Shoot that Badger.
Absolutely. Lord Matthias, do you tell me to do better?
I just did.
Yes, yes, it
There
did.
were 2 people talking, so I only.
Oh,
heard
I
one of
gotcha.
them.
I gotcha. Sorry.
Okay,
No,
so I
he's
got
like-
plus 10
Mm-hmm.
with Jack Man and the augury. That brings 0. Then you, so plus 10.
There you go.
Ah,
Oh, good God.
yes.
3 good hits.
Alright, the Badger doesn't have enough void shields to deflect all of that, but you still get a maximum of 3. So,
roll 3d10.
3d10, please.
10 plus 2.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, no, the damage roll is 3d. It is 1d10.
That's
plus
22, 29 points of damage. 13 points of damage there. Super.
Are
So
neither of those-
two of those, basically 2 of those shots made it through, or no, one of those shots technically is the best way to put it, made it through, right?
Technically, yeah. You do a lot of damage to it.
So is it
Um,
one crit hit then, because they're a crit rating of 4?
Yes, so give me another d5.
Okay, 1 sec here.
Consolante, need to put down something. There you go.
That's a 1.
So on the critical chart, that is hold. The lucky hit was register. Open the ship's hull, exposing it to space. The attacker selects one component, only choosing the ones he knows of. And
We don't know of any technically.
you don't know of any. That is not the bridge or plasma drive. Emergency bulkhead slams shut. Okay, I'm gonna roll for the random one.
Yep,
For the
that's
badge
fine.
then. Let me see here. So, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll me a 1d5.
Absolutely. Get a 4.
Sweet. You hit the crew quarters.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
lovely.
Nice.
I'll
Indeed.
double the crew population loss.
Oof.
So
Hell
that's not 13%. That's 26%.
I love it.
All right. So that's your turn. That's Matthias. You can give me your roll for the what's it called?
Torpedoes.
Torpedoes, please. Yep.
All right, so that guy fired.
All right. And while you're doing that,
You're good.
while you're doing that, I'm just gonna go over to the rest. Stevens.
Oh, we're just gonna fire torpedoes. I forgot. We roll when they impact. This time, we're gonna be doing a widespread.
Yep.
So that
Stevens,
we hit
any actions from you?
Is that close enough to RTB?
Yes.
Yeah, you can move 6, I think, technically.
That's 5 per turn,
Oh,
but yeah,
5.
he can.
Okay,
We'll-
I'm just
we'll
gonna
still stuff.
RTB all ships and wait 1 turn.
Yep.
Keep those saved though. Don't.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna move you over here.
You can launch your backup fighters to run interception. Well, we can't shoot down macro battery shots on from vessels, right? Only torpedoes and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay. We'll have them on emergency scramble while him and
You'll
his guys.
you'll see. Yeah, you'll see what I'm doing here in a second.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I got you.
Oh, they're about to find out.
All
Well,
right.
they about to
So you-
find out.
Super. And Brian, any actions from you? As Xerxes has returned, looking badass as all fuck.
I will begin by walking up to Matthias and going, "Pardon my absence, my lord. Where would you like me?"
Matthias looks angry. Not at you, but at what's going on. And he looks stressed. He will say, Father Xerxes, I need you talking to the ships. Here's a frequency we have for all ships within our fleet. We need you to bolster them in this time of need. The enemy has profaned real space. And with it, we have lost a good many ships. It says, but the Emperor is with us, and the enemy has already tried to turn tail and run once until it seems, they believe, that the tide of battle has turned into their favor. But that we have something they do not. That is faith in the God Emperor and his wrath. I need you to rouse the men and shore up their fury. But it must be, he says, but it must be guided. We do not need brash decisions now. The enemy, though we still outnumber them, have a tactical advantage of surprise that they are bringing on the coattails of. He says, with this, he's like, I would love to hear of how this enemy will fall at our hands over the comms. And he hands you his personal comm that he has been speaking through. And basically what I'm asking for you to do is make a hold fast roll over the comms because hold fast is a willpower check. And it reduces morale damage, and hopefully we can do it. Are we only able to do that on our ship, Saxius, or will you allow this for the fleet?
It's still like an entire action, but you can do it on other ships.
Okay.
May I substitute that? I'd rather not do a. Instead of being a willpower check, but to inspire. To regain faith. So more of a fellowship.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Thank you. And I take the comms, or the comm,
Mhm.
and as I look right at Matthias and just give him a nod, as in to tell him it will be done.
It's a bro moment. It's the
Mm-hmm.
from Predator. You son of a bitch. Lock
Son
yoked
of a
arms.
Uh,
Exactly. Gotcha.
Okay. Wow.
all right, come on.
So I take the comms.
Yep, give me
In,
the fellowship roll for your
Mhm.
command or inspire.
Yep, it'll be with Spire Wrath. As in, this is to, and it is to. I understand it is wrath, but it is a focused hatred.
Yeah, you can definitely transfer
Mhm.
that over. Are you doing that through the Fury, that's Neighbor's Mare? It's going to be
Can I
difficult to
do?
do with. Go on.
Oh, go on.
It's going to be difficult to do for Mechanicus because of how they are
Mhm.
how they lack emotional, how they lack emotions.
I understand that. Do I get any other modifiers to that? Or
If
would you
you're
like
doing
me
it
to
to-
speak and then I'll roll? How about that?
I'm going to have to speed things up a little bit, so
Okay,
I'm going to
okay.
ask for the rolls primarily.
Okay.
And if you're doing it to an ally ship, as in like human rolls, I'll give you +10, because generally your speeches are on point.
Mhm.
And if you do to Mechanicus one, it's going to be at a -10 because they are Mechanicus.
Absolutely.
Can I verbally copy him and say it to the Mechanicus ships?
Are you gonna edit it so instead of God Emperor it's Mechanicus? Or on the side?
Yes. Can
Well,
I? While he does the speech, I'm saying it to the Mechanicus ships. So I'll make the roll for the Mechanicus ships.
Sure. You're gonna still have the -10 because he's doing an emotional appeal. These guys are logical, so you're trying to translate it into a sort of like.
I understand.
Okay, cool. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So with that, I'll also get it's technically would be +30 because the interaction test is +20 on
Yep.
Inspire Wrath.
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds good.
And that's my roll for the translation.
Oh.
Fucking hell. You know what this means? You know what this means? Murdoch, you get another attack.
Sorry, would you just because I want to make sure my ears are working? You said I got another attack.
Another attack because of this
Mm.
absolute holy fury that's being
Yep.
encouraged.
Yeah.
And another one.
I really. This is impressive.
As the young underhivers say, another one.
Under
All right.
Hivers, I love it.
So, all right, Jack, you're on the auguries. Anyone else want to give me some bonuses?
I mean, you know,
Well, technically, all the
Good job.
Mechanicus are working really hard.
which means
Sax
they're
is calling that. So I'm sitting
Yeah.
at 0 then. All right. Let's roll the dice.
Oh, nice.
Woo!
Another good
Ooh,
roll.
that's a 2.
Yeah,
That's
that is a
You're
two.
shooting the badger again?
Yes. If I were to use a fate point, would that make it a nat 1? No, it's not a nat 1. That wouldn't work.
That doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
You can't
Sadly
double.
enough.
Look, you.
But would that put it up to 3 attacks, or would it be at 2 as it is now?
It is still 3 attacks.
Wow.
The guns have a
Then never mind.
maximum strength rating. That's
Yeah,
the maximum
like
amount of
you
attacks
are-
that can hit.
It's a hard limit on this one. It's a hard limit that you
Because-
can
do
only
you
get
really-
many shots in.
Do you really want the bad guys to have that rule where if they use fate points, they get to add additional attacks? I don't think we want that.
All right. There's that.
Good rules. At an already
can't use
damaged
fate
ship.
Oh wait, no. I have to roll nat 10 to register it's right.
Yeah, you're good, man. Dude, you're whittling them down. They're already hurting. They
Also,
they can't even see this attack technically coming in because they don't have augers.
Right.
I did get a 2.3 degrees success with my scrutiny to check the other ship to see what weapons and whatnot they have.
Do
Alright,
I have
which
a critical
ship are you doing?
involved?
I think so. Let me get out the Raging Fury. Your critical is a 4 if you're using the plasma.
Yes.
And alright, then that's a critical. Call me a 1d5. Jackie, which one did you say?
I believe it was the Badger that we hadn't scanned yet.
Yep. Alright, so that's gonna give you information of it. the essentials, which are now gonna come through. I'm gonna have to start listing them so you guys know what's what.
Delicious.
Alright, so that should be the... Yeah, so that's the Ave ship. I believe got Avedel. Avedel, that was the Black Fortune. No, that was not Black Fortune, that was...
No, it was. Well, no. Yeah, no. The
No, that's
the Falchion was the Black Fortune because that's the only frigate. I
Yep.
think you said.
Yeah, because I was looking for the... Oops. There we go, and then this
We have
one.
not scanned the Constantine, I think, yet.
Here you go.
Oof. And you hit their cogitator. Which means they don't get that ballistic skill bonus. Rippeth.
So that's what I just hit with this critical.
Oh no, that was the last one.
You can target that one. If with this attack. So bad you.
No problem. Oh, so I don't get to choose what.
No, you can't. You can't choose. You can choose.
Oh.
Other than their bridge and their plasma drives, right? I think that's the two that it speculates you're not allowed to target.
Can I technically target their warp engine?
No, you don't. You do not want to target that.
If your character says that out loud,
I know. I'm asking that. Like, can
the thing that we just saw happen will happen again.
Yeah. So the thing that happened right there, that's half the range of what happens when the warp drive gets hit.
Gotcha.
You do not like. It's just like both. Even Chaos do not target those things because they're like fuck.
Gotcha.
That is...
No, I didn't realize that was half a regular warp engine.
No, that is half.
If you did hit it, you did in combat. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that was the idea. I'm like, well, if that's the size, I'm like, if that's what it is, it's like we'd probably be on the very outer edge, but it would definitely take those. But
no, what they've done is that they've taken the warp drive and literally cut it into smaller pieces, which means it's not as effective. But you doing it on the real thing.
I will target the. I guess I'll target the command. Is the command bridge an option then?
Yes.
I'll take the command bridge.
All right. So let's see here. Badger. Armor of 16, so that's going to be 15, 23.
And do I need to roll anything else?
All right, super. Now I need to do a willpower check. Them. Awesome. That's that. And to answer your question, OX, yes, it's going to give them some benefits as they're going to try and work harder.
Thank you.
Yep. I think that's it for now. No orders for the Tenebris Mare.
Oh, I apologize. I totally forgot. Yeah. With that, I'll tell them to start getting, start maneuvering so that they get up on our 6. Is the Quavante responding to our hails of forming up on us?
The Cavante is responding, yeah. It's just they're trying to currently, set out some fires.
Yep.
That's happening.
So I'll tell the Tenebris Mare again, form up on our 6, which was basically the shadow of us, as we're going to start maneuvering this way. Next turn. So at least this ship we know is hurting. Alright. This is going to be dirty. We'll see what will happen. And we'll keep on trying to hail Scion's Pathfinder and the Centurion, but the Centurion, I think, is fighting. They are trying their damnedest to be good at what they do.
Alright, so they're going to move up here.
But they don't have shot, right? They don't have shot on... Oh, no. Technically, they would at double range, right? Let me look.
Yes.
I forgot what weapon systems they have. Let me double check. Sorry, I don't want to make that judgment. Range is 6 and 5 which means 12. So they're originally right here. Everything's out of range, basically. Like 12.43 for that one, and that one's 12.7. They're out of range. Or could they have like maneuvered here and then us? How good are they at moving?
They're moving at 10.
Oh, so they could literally like move to there, or yeah, they can. So they can move to like what, like probably like right there, and then be able to form up on us because that's 8 or 9.
That's a hard one. I'm gonna see if the captain is up to snuff for that.
If they think
No.
if they can pull that off, all right, that's fine.
They really don't think they can pull that off. So they can move. They have to move like a full 5 up here before they make like a 45-degree angle turn.
Okay. They're God damn it, they're just outside of range there. All right. Well, then yeah, we'll just have them take up a standard approach on our shadow, basically the pattern they were doing beforehand.
Well, they can. Yeah, they're gonna have to try that.
Oh! I forgot. They're really fast at what they do. Okay. Then can they?
They can barely. So they're gonna be moving 2.5.
Okay.
Then they're gonna be able to-
I forgot that each ship technically has a minimum amount of speed because of the way how much mass you're moving.
Yes.
And I also forget that Macedon is an absolute beast.
Yeah. Captain Aqua is, good, but she's not Macedon.
Exactly. All right. Well, did we move yet?
She just needs to be in a few hours in Red Baron's simulation unit.
Right. Did we move yet? I can't remember.
Yeah, you moved.
We did. Okay. All right.
So they're gonna move up there. They're not gonna do anything there.
Since
They're
we do
keeping
have
themselves-
launch,
Yeah.
I am going to the readied fighters, the ones who are not the Ace Squadron. We're going to launch them out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can we launch them out
Nope.
to run basically interception?
That
for
can be
the
done
team
next
return.
turn. At the moment, everyone is doing something. You're
Gotcha.
firing your
Gotcha. Yep.
missiles or your torpedoes. Everyone's
something.
busy at the moment, so no one can actually do that. And the Red Baron's in the middle of getting refueled and rearmed.
Understood. Okay. That works. Yep. That's fair.
Right, so that's that done here. Turn order. God, I just threw myself out of the page, so I lost the entire thing. All right, so next up is the Covantum. Let's move that over here. So they're gonna be not exactly doing great. Moving 5 up there. Moving up here.
Oh God. Ooh.
Fortune.
Are they firing at the Black Fortune?
Yeah.
That was a decent roll. Jeez.
Right.
Unless they're terrible at their job. Got him.
Yeah, it's not the best roll. So they basically shoot hard at it. You can see a lot of the void shields are taking the most for the Black Fortune. So that's it for them. Of Audere. You see a Macedon stunt as
Nice.
it basically turns and moves, bringing itself over to here.
Yeah, but he had to use drugs to do that.
Oh no! Oh no! I don't like that distance measurement.
You shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Because now I'm gonna use something against you.
It's gonna be a Nova cannon, I bet, or some other crazy shit.
Ah, good. They're in my jamming range.
That's fine. They launch out 3 squadrons, 2 fighters, 1 bomber, as they come at you. Now they've got 2 fighters, which minimizes your AAA guns by a total of 20, which allows them to do a decent run attack. Not
Remember
good enough
Oh, nice.
as they come at you. It's just a slappy, what's it called? Rolls. Oh,
Oof.
No, I'm. There's one guy who just will not shut up on Discord to me.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
man.
No, it's no one here. It's just someone else. So there's like 7 messages in a row
Oh,
because he can't be bothered to write a paragraph.
Oh, those people are the worst. Also, sorry.
I was about to say. Right.
Sheepishly looks left to right.
Okay, let's see.
Sound like you're speaking from experience there, Ton. Care to explain?
You
Alright,
get
guys.
a lance attack as well from. Actually, no. Which ones do they shoot? 2. So that's the Tenebrous Mare.
Sweet. God damn it. I told them to stay in our shadow. They don't want to listen to me.
100. Oof.
Wow.
Dang, Gina.
Yeah, there's nothing further to be done there. They're
What
gonna
was
be doing
that?
some repairs. That was their shooting, and then they're
Oof.
trying to do
Thank
repairs.
God. Thank the God Emperor above. And on Holy Terra.
He's all around, don't you know?
Oh my! What?
This is the Emperor willing it.
This is Pilkington. Where did he go? And we just hear, like, from the enemy ship as they hail us, we just hear, ah! Ah! Back, back, back! Back, back, back! Get over there! When did he get a personal teleporter?
You just hear from the other ship, why'd you press that button?
Right.
Self-destruct initiated.
See, this is what I did not want, but it is what it is.
B.
I'm confused. Did you think that High Lord of Terra Pilkington didn't have a personal teleport?
He devised the teleporter.
Right?
He is a teleporter.
We're just gonna have to go teleport. Whenever a teleport wants to work, it thinks of Pilkington.
There you go.
Oh Jesus! They can't even do that. Fuck off.
Pilkington is the embodiment of the machine spirit that resides within teleport.
Little
Be right
did
back.
anyone know, but the Chaos Gods is actually Pilkington's bitch.
Right?
He allows them to do shit because it amuses him and gives him things to fix.
Whenever Zeech is by himself
wait.
scheming, once in a while he just hears a blackum in the background, and he didn't
Yeah,
expect that.
no. All of a sudden, Pilkington. He is the laughing god.
Oh God, right? It's one big blackum.
Wait a second. Is Pilkington the God Emperor?
Good that Centurion is actually gone now.
Damn. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but it did. It is.
Yeah, me too. I was hoping to like call them out of it.
They
Okay,
tried
so
their damnedest.
That's- go
Mm.
ahead.
Like, see, even with the benefits though, like it would be like a point or so off. And I don't see why they should be getting like partial degrees of success unless we're then gonna do.
It
No.
all across the board for all NPCs, and I get that.
Yeah.
It's no, I mean, it's
Alright.
fair. It's fair. I understand. Like, that's why I said, it's like,
Hey.
come on, can I add?
Hey. Can I
Hold
burn
on.
a fate point for the citizens?
Oh my God! You're
Can-
gonna run out of fate points before you even risk dying.
Before they get sucked in the warp, can I make a commerce check to convince them it's worth too much money for them to fall in?
I like this
Yes.
man's mindset.
Yes, you can.
Commerce check. He said yes. Oh my god. What?
Whoa.
What?
He rolled a 13.
You hear the sound of a fax machine as it loses its shit and gets pulled into the warp.
The fax machine starts
No.
playing the fax machine starts playing E1M1.
Oh god. The fax machine understands the error of its ways and weeps.
I
So
think
it's
the fax
9.8
machine just got
degrees.
blessed with the holy Messiah.
Right. Well, they still went into the warp.
That
Yeah.
doesn't matter. 9.8 degrees. It's almost 10.
I have a meme perfect for this.
Send it.
Alright, Science Pathfinder moves up there. It's
I
gonna
will-
try and shoot
I
the
will put
badger.
it- I'll put it over rhythm for everybody to hear.
Oh god.
That's a miss. Consolante. I have no clue what's going on, so. Because someone decided to remove their ability to. Oh god, oh god, oh god, that's actually bad. That's really bad. That's.
Hold on.
So they don't have their sensors up, and they're gonna realize too late.
Wait for the meme.
Oh
hold on.
no. Oh no.
I need to hear this.
Wow.
So wait, what if the enemy fleet just drives into the warp?
They don't have sensors.
Someone shot their sensors out of the way.
Oof.
Oof.
I wonder who that could have been.
Well, when there's constant warp and even chaos is like, we should not stare directly into the warp. Why? Though I'm crazy, I'm not that crazy.
They do manage to get their gill fields up in time. By the time they get in there, but it's just like one of those cases like, hey guys, we just passed the badge. It's like, oh yeah, right, so we must be heading the right direction. Oh shit!
Oh
Hey
god.
guys. Hey.
Gobble gobble. It's
Comes
time
down
to
to
make you
out of
turkey.
this.
Oof.
Google gobble. Google
one counts.
gobble.
All right, badger. Badger mushroom.
Yep.
See where they at.
All right.
They didn't do too well.
Yeah, Badger's been the one who's just been getting picked on by our plasma cannons.
Hmm.
We're like, hey, get out of here. No one wants you here.
Someone I don't trust.
So they're making a U-turn around. As they're going to be moving up here. They're going to be taking some shots over here, so we're going to have to select again who they are. It's going to be for the Fury. Badger. Yeah, you're definitely within a range. Yeah, they're gonna use their other two turns to attack, so it's 2d100s. Alright, so the second one's gonna hit, which is its last burner macros. That would be
That's gonna hurt.
yeah. So that's 2 hits, which your void shields will actually absorb.
Oh my god. Blast burners are
Because it would have
bad.
been a critical otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know las burners at close range are never good. Oh. Ugh.
Alright.
Black 'em.
That's the badge.
So who fired the
Yuri.
the las burners again?
The badge.
Indeed.
I like how there's like hardly any ships left on the fucking board now.
Man, you know, warp storms are very bad.
Yeah,
Mm.
a lot of people die.
Alright, Fury.
Yeah.
It's now your turn. Red Baron, I think you're refueled now.
Mhm.
Alright, awesome.
And you got some
So-
people.
What we're gonna do is go on a full offensive,
Mhm.
and we're about to fucking wreck some shit. 6 squads of Marauder bombers, and I'm also gonna do. Let's see, so that's 6 plus 5 squads of Starhawk bombers. So that's all the bombers I'm gonna basically launch, and then 5 squads of Fury Interceptor fighters. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna launch all of those ships, including including me too.
Alrighty. So you can launch a maximum of 2 squadrons at a time. But yeah.
Oh well, then I'm just gonna launch all of them, put them in a holding pattern around our ship. Then
Okay.
I'm not launching them from the lightning base.
No, that's fine. Like you launch them and just have them
Well,
around.
That's the
So
thing.
you
If you
start
want,
here.
if you want to launch bombers, you could fire bombers at these guys, and you'll be there this turn, right? 12
okay.
units. Well, no, I'm just
I
saying. So here's the thing, right? If you want to do that, you could do that, and then dispatch fighters to engage these guys.
Why can I only deploy 2 squadrons per turn? That doesn't make sense to me.
It's the rules.
Because you have 2 launch base.
I'm not talking about the lightning launch base though.
They're technically the only launch base we have.
Okay, that's gonna be a project in the future.
So at the moment you have what's it called, like launch base on what's it called, both sides, like the port and starboard of the Fury. By the way that it works is that one bay can launch out 12 what's it called, flyers at the time, which my understanding is 1 squadron. Right, so you can launch out 12 ships in total, so that's 2 squadrons. And then you can have
I
Sorry?
jam the enemy fighters?
Well, they aren't able to communicate back, but they can still like intercommunicate with each other on closed. Well,
Okay.
you can have
Okay.
to try a different role for that, but just to sort of
Okay.
have evens first. Like you can still like have 2 fighters out, 2 bombers out, and then take off. But at the moment, it's just going to be what's it called? Take this out. You could get yourself and a bomber squad out, or like any combination that you want if you want more bombers.
Okay. Then if that's the case, just launch 2 squads of bombers right at the fucking flagship.
Sure. I'll just move these over here.
And then hold on, I'll give you my rolls here in a second.
Yep.
Since we rearmed and re-equipped, can I equip them with heavy bombs this time?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I'm gonna do a quick roll for myself. Alright, what can I see on the ship? That's looks important.
You would know at this stage that the Badger has got
I'm not going
multi-void
for the
shields.
I'm not going for the Badger.
He's going for the
Of-
Ave Adela.
Let's see here. Well, you can see that it's got launch base, disruption macro batteries, Godsbane lances, command bridge, which is pretty
Okay.
decent. Multiple
Okay.
void shields.
I think I've got an idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bomb the shit out of the fucking command bridge. Let me roll for it.
Yes, please.
Quick,
Modifiers.
Good job.
Yeah. Well, I think technically that ability only works if he can see. Well, he see or hear me, but he's
I'm
probably
pretty sure
talking
they
to his
have
voice.
to be like nearby.
Plus, I think he's
Yeah.
actively screaming at his other fighters to do good work. Though I wish it worked that way.
Modifiers?
No, that's a hit. That's a straight up hit.
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
Oh, you didn't roll yet. Okay, sorry.
No, that's
Um,
Imperial time.
To
Yeah,
see
very
to see what he can attack.
Okay, yep. You get a minus 30 from their turret rating.
So minus 20 since good quality ships.
Yes.
They're gonna die.
So McLaw, they going to die.
Oh, jeez. Get him.
Alrighty.
All right,
Roll.
sounds it.
Roll the damage.
Alright. You said you were gonna go for the command bridge.
Yep, with heavy bombs.
So, quick question: what does the heavy bomb do damage-wise? Because
3d10 plus 20.
okay, because
Just more.
well, I was just gonna say the thing is
They
is
carry less.
if you do standard bombing runs from the rules, it's D10 plus 4 per degree of success.
Say that again, you cut out.
Sorry. So what are you? Wait, you already said what ship you're using, right? Never mind. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep. If you're using the Starhawk bombers, it's basically D10 plus 4 per degree of success. So you'd be doing
Okay.
5d10 plus 20, and you would crit because you need 4 degrees of success to crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not using the Starhawks right now, so.
Okay. Yep. You're good.
Does a mass of ships count or no?
I mean, the massive ships doesn't like. What do you mean? Like, it's just like how much it
think-
absorbs, or
I don't know. I think you and me just need to get together and have a more damage table that works better in the future, because it's. We'll talk about it later.
sure.
He sent out 2 squadrons of bombers to get 2 separate attacks. So
Oh, is that what you mean?
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can give me another roll.
Oh yeah, I'm dropping all ordnance from both squads.
Yep, definitely. Give me another pilot. No, that would be. Well, you're doing tactical run, so give me another damage roll. Alright, super. So that'll be 3. That'll be 45s that you do in terms of damage, and I'm gonna ask you to roll me on the critical charge chart. Let me just make this a bit bigger for myself. So that with the sheer amount of damage, it's gonna be a 1d5 plus 3.
45 plus 3?
No, so 45 for the damage done to the hull as well as the population. And then for the critical chart, 1d5 plus 3. 12. Super. That's a big fucking chunk that you're doing in damage.
5 plus 3.
Oof.
looking at this here critical chart, big oof.
The Emperor protects.
Right.
Always.
He is the omnicide.
Fucking hell. Okay, 8. Decapitation. A lucky strike hits the ship's bridge, which you're already aiming for, setting shrapnel on anything across the compartment, opening it into space. All crew members on the bridge must make a dodge or be hit by shrapnel, doing 2d10 explosive damage.
Oh,
That's for all characters, so give me 2d10. If the damage is result of 12 or higher, the bridge component is auto depressurized. If the damage is 16 or higher, the component is damaged, full stop.
Ooh.
I'd like to see the Red Baron roll that one. He's the one that did all that. Let's see the 2d10s, eh? Oh,
Right, I'm gonna have to write off some NPCs.
Ouch.
So that was
Does the Red Baron,
Which-
under the complete silence of space, just see bodies get vented out of the bridge?
roll me an awareness check. Wait, are you with them leading this bombing run?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me an awareness check with a +10. I don't know how to put this delicately, but Stevens,
Uh-huh.
you see a hulking person floating throughout space. Very hulking. From your
Mhm.
scanners, you can make out that there's some form of nuclear pack on his back.
Oh. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Fucking boost the shit out of there. Hold on,
No,
let
as,
me
as
just.
in he's floating about, like he can't move. He's got no sense of direction. And the nuclear pack on his back is just like an energy source.
Oh, okay. How close is he to the ship?
Floating far away by this
Okay.
point.
Hold on, let me roll something real quick.
If you want to roll to a GM, it's I think /GM roll.
Yeah, that's it.
Hold on.
Just
How do you do a fucking stamp? Whatever. I need to roll Forbidden Lore, real quick.
okay.
Modifiers.
I'm gonna give you -20 for this one.
Oh fuck, no, not
You
like
can
this.
always send a picture
Actually,
back
no,
to
no,
the
no,
ship.
no. Wait, you would have done this. Your background would permit
Yeah.
it, so it'd be a flat. It'd be flat. Sorry, I forgot about your background.
La Intelligence.
Okay, yeah, it's Chaos Space Marine. Nice.
Yeah,
Ah, fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see that just like
That would have been bad if we boarded that ship.
My question
Huh.
is, do you log this? Is the I mean, I know that's
Be
out
right
of
back.
character
Yes,
knowledge.
yes, I
Gotta
take
restart
pictures
my
of it and I
computer.
send it to
Okay.
send it to Dad.
The real question is, do I see it with my nat 1?
God.
You're getting audited by the IRS.
Wait, did
Hey,
you,
we need
did you
you
actually
need-
roll a nat 1? Oh my
Yes, yes, I did.
god.
Did you really?
Yes, he
Yes.
rolled a nat 1 on his scrutiny. Jesus.
Yeah, we need.
Tobulus, yes, you do pick up that there is a very unique signature out there, akin to that of a power armor, except this one's better than yours.
What? I must have it.
Is there any kind of tow cable I can retrieve?
You could like tag him and like have
Okay.
him be hidden so that you know
Okay.
roughly where he's flying.
Let me.
Can I do a quick piece of out of
He's
character
tagged.
knowledge?
He's
Please?
tagged.
Please?
Yes.
Fuckers better make sure he's
Okay,
dead out of
why
character.
would you
He-
try to
no.
tow a space marine? You've just given him something to grab onto.
Because
Starts
it's funny.
climbing towards your
Make
ship.
sure his ass is grasped.
You say that. You know
He's
what.
tagged. It's tagged. I'm not gonna tow cable and drag him across the ship with the surface of the ship.
Oh my god, that would be funny if you wrecking balled him into the side of a ship and he didn't. Wait, no. Hold on. Hold on. Quick question, Saxius. How would you
Yeah.
how would you do that damage? Would it be like though he fell a certain distance since he's being pulled into the side of a ship in the void of space, free floating?
What do you mean, like damage-wise?
So technically he's not falling under gravity, but he is flying at the speed of a fighter and then being smacked into the side of a ship. I mean, I know the Astartes are badass, but I think that's some speed.
So here's
Very fast.
here's my understanding of how it happened. In a matter of seconds, not only did the ship bridge get blown open, it got decompartmentalized, which means that he's now flying
Oh,
from
Oh.
where the bridge was into space, full stop.
got you.
Did
My bad.
the
my bad.
bridge
He got
just get completely
yeeted.
destroyed?
Yes, that's why
Depressurized.
when you rolled the 18, that was you killing off every single major NPC, captain, leaders, support leaders, crew of the Audere. Which is why
Awesome.
I am groaning as I'm now deleting all of these other pictures I
I'm
uploaded.
sorry.
If I,
So
if I
sorry.
were-
Can we at
if
least
I
look
weren't
at
a
them
smarter
before?
man-
No. Well,
No,
Oh.
you will never see them. This is your fucking fault.
if I were a dumber man, I would say Saxius is a little mad that someone did their
No,
job.
he
so
loves
well.
it.
He-
Told you.
So first and
The
foremost,
Omnicide.
I wouldn't like hold this in front of him, because he gets to do the same thing when, you know, like one of your homie guardsmen gets brutally murdered in front of you. Yes.
I know.
Yeah,
it's
you're
just-
right.
it
You're right.
sucks
Yeah.
that he's-
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna point out that that scrutiny roll was also just to scan this ship and see how it's doing.
No, it's not. You said
Brilliant.
to.
Yeah.
No,
right.
you pointed that one
Nice
out. Sid.
try.
Yeah, you did.
Nice
Jack.
try.
I mean, yeah, I was just saying I was scanning the ship. Did I pick him up? But I'll take the roll as it flies.
Well, he's
so.
tagged. I roll another piloting roll to see if he's tagged. The Space Marine's tagged in space. So, if you want to go get him, go get him. It's not my deal. I'm not dealing with it, but I tagged him for you.
Don't touch the
Question.
cursed armor on your precious ship.
You know, I freaking
I sent a picture to Dad too. So,
think. Okay, okay, so I get to see what this. Do I recognize anything?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna show some characters here, as you're gonna be recognizing a few.
'Kay.
How are our turrets doing against the enemy fighters?
That's just a flat penalty that they get from your rating,
Understood.
your crew rating, and your gun rating.
Okay. I'm just wondering if am I able to basically still fire torpedoes, or will they basically be able to just chew them up
You
as
just-
they exit the barrels?
You can shoot torpedoes out at the bigger ships, but not at these smaller vessels.
Oh
This
no
is
no
like
no
the
no
Red
no
Baron's
no 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 no!
size.
I'm just what I'm saying is it'd be a dick move if like fighters were literally just like going along the underside of your hull, waiting for you to fire torpedoes, and then they just follow them and shoot them out of the sky before they.
They
even
are
hit.
more concerned about bombing you.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well then, let's start removing some of these problems. Would I have shot on the Badger from our angle?
Sorry, was that a question towards me?
Yes, would I have shot on the enemy ship, the Badger? Just because I do know that technically all of our torpedoes are prow facing and probably only have an angle of like.
Yeah,
that.
you'd have to move this time. So you have to
Okay.
shoot your plasma first, or
No
you have
problem.
to move and then change it over
Yeah,
towards this
no
side.
problem. I will bark at Master to Arcus. Fire your plasma. I'm bringing her about.
And do I give him a
As the
bonus?
Emperor wills it.
Yes, yes, you do.
Okay.
So
So
the
Marcus,
Ava-
you get a bonus.
So the Ava Adele is basically DOA, right?
Well, it doesn't have a command structure, but it's like as in captains, but they still have
Fighters, gunners.
fighters, and they still have like minor people who can still make decisions.
So we've got Ava Adele, Badger, and Black Fortune. Has the Black Fortune been hit at all?
The Black Fortune.
Ooh, was it
fucking-
barely within range?
It's within range.
It hasn't really been hit as far as you remember.
Okay.
22. Oh, barely. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm
I'm sorry, Sexy.
It's either go for the kill shot on the Ava Adele and risk hurting Stevens if it explodes.
I'll just make a pilot roll. You're good.
I don't know if a pilot roll can save you from that.
No, I'm the Red Baron. It's okay. And for protects.
If you were to ask Matthias what to do, he would say fire on the Black Fortune.
Yeah.
Mucho trust. I trust you not to hit me.
Yeah. It's not the hitting you part that I'm worried about. It's the explosion of the ship that I'm concerned. How
be
much,
alright.
Do we know how much health the Badger has left, or is that?
I'm not telling you. I am not telling you that shit.
No,
How
no,
much-
I'm just asking.
On a scale of 1 to 30 HP, how wounded is the enemy?
No, I'm just asking because I couldn't remember if we discussed something like that earlier. That's
No.
I would, if I could interject, I would, because there's hesitancy here. Diarchus, you know what to do and do it.
Pick one and
I'm
fire.
gonna Yeah, no, I'm
You
weighing
know
my
what to do.
options here. I'm gonna fire on the Badger and see if I can get a kill shot on it and finish it off.
Okay.
So, all right. So, Jack, you're still in the augury, right?
Yes.
All right, so we're at 0. Let's see, anything else?
Whatever I give you, so I don't know what that is.
Do you want another scrutiny test for the aim on target or lock on target?
Sex,
So you-
can he do that?
Yes, you can, and then you get a plus 10 from OX. Which, by the
Okay,
way,
so-
OX, when it comes to your turn, let me know, because I have some actions that's happening for you.
That's going to be
So
a plus 20 from my test then.
Yeah.
So I'm at plus 30. Jesus.
Yes.
I'd like to re-roll that.
You can
Really?
definitely do that. It's up to you. You can always roll worse.
And you did.
Shooting the Black Fortune, or you said?
Well, hold on. What was your bonus? You should be fine on your bonus.
Oh, it's a bonus of 30. I just was hoping to do better.
Okay.
So that unfortunately does nothing because the Void Shield will absorb it.
Gotcha. Oh, shit.
Hey, you take a risk.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
Should have just done the plus 10.
Yeah.
When you succeed by 2 or more, it's like, yeah, just give me the plus 10. That's
Yeah.
my rule. I let it ride. Hit me.
Alright.
Hit me!
Right, exactly. But I will, if anyone else wants to make their turn.
I'll take my turn.
I've
Yeah, you'll take.
I've killed enough time of Saxiuses today.
No, man, you're doing good. You just,
It's fine.
It's not his
It's-
time
like
he's
I
worried
said.
about. It's the dreams you're killing that he's mad about.
It's alright. There's more NPCs to come. It's just, it's just goddamn. A place, people where they would realistically be, and it's like, oh,
Right.
shit, I forget the Red Baron.
Oh god.
He is the Omniscient.
Can we keep a kill track for him?
Can we move to the next turn?
Okay.
Okay, Boomer.
So, what would you like?
Oh, Saxius.
Alright.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh shit, I'm just trying to quickly add in some other things here. Oh no, wait. Thanks for that reminder, Jackie. You would get one hit, just one Murloc on the Black Fortune, just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Slash roll 1d10 plus 2.
Thank you.
Hulk smash the enter button. Oh,
I'm afraid that it absorbs that damage.
oh.
Just armor.
Oh,
Womp womp.
Alright, OX.
yes.
You are being advised that there's something unusual going on. The void shields seems to be flickering, but not as in they're waning, like they're reinforcing.
They're reinforcing the void shields.
Iota is just looking at it, she's like, yes. For some uncalculated reason, the void
Oh.
shields that you guys have now gone from 2 to 3.
Are they overloading?
That's the thing. They're not. They're right within acceptable parameters.
That's weird.
He doesn't understand why it is happening, and he thinks it's a problem.
Is it the machine spirit?
He doesn't know. He hasn't connected with it. That would be a thing he wouldn't want to do.
He wouldn't want to do. Let's see. It sounds like it's a blessing more than a curse right now.
Iota begs to defer, but yeah.
Because it's still running on the same power. It's not overheating. But Is there any can I do like an archaeotech and see if there's cases like?
Yes, you'll have a -30 though, because this is not something that's like readily or easily noted down.
Understood. Here you go.
Oh! What did you
Best
roll?
of gentlemen.
What did you roll? Oh, you didn't do the minus. Rip.
No, I did. That's without my shit.
Oh.
That's without all of these bonuses.
Oh, I forgot. You're really stupid smart. Jeez.
All right, that's a really good one, Jackie. Thank you very much.
Oh,
All
what
right, so
happened?
it's Jackie's. No, he just has to go.
Oh, sad dice.
Rhythm.
He's just neat.
Oh,
Yeah.
we done?
Jack.
Oh.
Sorry, yeah,
Hmm.
Master Tomless had to leave.
So yeah,
Alright,
there's
so-
my thing without all the shit.
You think somewhere in this ship, something has awakened. There are cases of where the machine spirit just wakes up in a more focused mindset and decides to do something out of unknown reasons. You'd have to communicate with the machine spirit itself, but to communicate with it is a. You don't think that iota is of the mechanical school that would allow you to just blatantly talk to the machine spirits, talk to a god, effectively. So you'd have to
Understood.
find a way of you have to do this out discreetly, or then see what the void shields are like. But it
Okay.
looks like the ship is going like full on like, ooh, the ship is stepping in now.
Yeah, the ship is like, I want to live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I look at I literally sit there and all of a sudden in binary tell Iota that this is actually under acceptable parameters under Archaeotech law that it has awakened. Did you hear that?
Iota is just looking at you going. He again disagrees with you. Where does the power come from? How is this happening? This isn't within any calculated array that he has. So he's just looking at this as like, this is a problem in his eyes. This needs to be re-examined. He needs to find out where it's pulling its resources from.
Understood. But at the current moment, you're here and we need to concentrate on that.
And these parameters are acceptable, but he will not let the matter drop. The moment combat is over and damage reports has been finished, he will be examining these things.
And then I look at him and go, that is acceptable.
Good.
We
Yes,
are both
good.
on an agreement. Now then, what next?
Well, next up is probably going to be your disruption for these guys. So you can
Okay.
make a tech use, but you're going to have a -30 again because you're trying to do this with their closed circuits.
Understood. Here we go. There you go.
Thank you. All right, so they're going to have a hard time communicating with each other. Okay, and Matthias, your turn.
By the way, I will chronicle this.
All right. With that, Matthias will we'll have Macedon
Mm-hmm.
do a so I'm trying to figure out exactly how the adjust speed works. How much do we gain because it technically says move faster or slower than normal?
Depends on the degrees of success that you get. So like
Okay.
0 and 1 degree is like a 1d, is like 1 voice unit. Additional 2 is 1d5. 3 is 1d5 plus 1. 4 is 1d5 plus 2.
Okay.
So on and so on.
All right, so can I have him maneuver us to here? I know that we can move 6 void units.
Yep.
I want to move that 6, and if he can actually use adjust heading will move an additional this way, right? And I will, of course, in that 30 minutes, be radioing to the Tenebrious Mare to follow on our flank. We're about to do a passing run on their capital ship, and I want you to pick apart that smaller ship to our left. Assist the Cavante when you can. Also, you may want to move the fighters over here, too, as they're still being annoying or trying to help us either or.
Yep.
And with that, I am going to fire torpedoes at the Avante.
Sounds good.
Audere. Can Master Tomalis, I know he's not here, but does someone want to use Augur Rays to give me a bonus?
We'll use his 4. So there'll be a plus 20.
Oh, there we go. Well, you see him look down at his you can see inside of his heads-up display. I need a scout scanner. Anyway, he sees it and goes, "Rejoice, men on the." He's like, "Rejoice, all aboard." What is it? The righteous fury. And he's like looks around to his men as he's walking over to the torpedo officer. He's like, "The ship boosts our shields as an oh god, what is it called? Not a bane. It's a
Boon.
boon. Yes, as a boon to our battle. It sees the enemy quaking in our might. It's like the Omnissiah boosts the ship's abilities. Praise the God Emperor! As he raises his hand and he says like fire torpedoes. You know, of course, and all that. So, fire torpedoes. There. Wrong thing to click. Alrighty then. There. And you said he gave me, he did give me the plus 10?
Yep, plus 10.
Alright. I am going to use one more fate point to boot. Oh, actually, I forgot. Wait, hold on. Is it 12? Is it under 12 void units? It is. So they impact. Technically, so it says technically you don't roll until they impact, but we can fire them 14 turn 1. So does that technically mean they impact turn 1?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Then I will use a fate point to make that 4 impacts on the Audere.
Yep.
With the torpedoes.
And you can select the places that you want to impact.
All right. Well, I am going to, since technically we only have shot on their port is starboard's right side, right? Port's left, starboard's right.
It's something I don't know. You're impacting a side.
Xerxes, didn't you know?
No, what? Sorry.
What port is left side, starboard's right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, I couldn't remember. So yeah, first things first. I'm going to impact their starboard launch bays for the first shot, so they don't get to fire fighters out of that anymore, since they're a similar pattern to us. Next will be their augers, and then yeah,
you hit the augers once. And then suddenly everyone targets them.
Oh, well, right. Well, I mean, I don't. Can I?
I
Wait,
don't
no,
know.
actually.
It makes sense.
Oh
It
no, I
makes sense.
forgot
Go
they have
for it.
forward-facing weapons, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna hit the. So anyway, I'll roll. I already hit. Fine. So I got 4 degrees. All right. So yeah, it'll be starboard launch base, forward guns. Do they have dorsal weapons?
They do. Let me see here. Audere. They do have one dorsal weapon. That is the Lance Godbane.
Yeah, I'm gonna target that one too. So.
Okay.
And then I'll just plow the next one into the ship, so it does just damage, scaring the shit out of the crew. So. Right, torpedoes, macro batteries. There we go. Righteous Furies, 3 of them, and all of those are crits.
Wow.
If they make it
Oof.
through. If they make it through.
Righteous Fury for combat.
I don't technically, does that even count?
I don't think they count, to be honest.
But they do count as a critical for the torpedoes.
They
It's
do
10
count as a critical. Yes, they do.
if they go through, if they pen.
Let's see here. Armadale, it has got an armor of 20, which means that all of them actually penetrate.
Oof, da.
Yeah. That's 9. Let's see, 12. That's going to be 21, 27. That's going to be 35 points.
Huh?
And 3 crit rolls, right?
Yes.
3d5.
Five.
Oh, hold on. And Hold on. I apologize. Never mind, we're good.
Okay.
I forgot.
The first
I
one
keep
was-
on forgetting torpedoes have a terminal penetration, so if I roll a 3 or lower, it automatically gets re-rolled, but second roll's kept.
All right. So the first one you did was the auger ray, you said?
No, the first one was the their starboard launch bays.
All right.
Then the second one is
All
their
right.
augers, and their third one
Yep.
is their prow weapon.
Yeah, that's fine. So they lose sight. You damage their launch base, so they can't use them anymore. So that's just permanent. And then the last one you said was where?
Their prow weapons, the ones that they can shoot us with.
Sounds good, because they now catch fire.
Oh, nice. Uh-oh. Are those torpedoes? That's the real question.
No, that's lance batteries. That's like having electricity catch fire. It's only going to
that's-
make it worse.
That's always good. Electrical fires are awesome.
Yeah.
Let's spray it with water, guys. That's a bad idea.
And throw some flour on it too.
Oh God, right.
No, that wouldn't do anything. But is there anything in the water?
All right, so that's that. There, I think everyone's had a turn now. Oh, sorry, we still have the Red Baron. So you do you want to do some more counter
Yeah.
runs?
Oh yeah. You know me.
I do know you.
Um,
So you've just witnessed the side of it just getting blown to fucking pieces.
can I launch another 2 squadrons at the Badger bombers? But this time, we're gonna take Matthias's advice and use the Starhawk bombers, because
Sounds good.
high rolls equals high damage.
Yes.
And then they're gonna fucking blow up the bridge on that.
Okay.
Modifiers on pilot roll.
Only -10, which is then negated by the type of these weapons.
Okay, awesome.
Oh my God. So
There's
just
been a lot of ones this session.
remember,
Roll.
your strength is 3 plus the amount of squads you launched. So 3 plus 2, that's 5.
I'm glad yeah.
So you get 5 hits,
Yes.
and well, let me double check. I want to double
That's
check
the-
so I'm saying this right, because
Pretty fucking sure that is all round criticals for the 2 places that you attack. Because that
Bridge.
hits the critical range.
yeah, if the bombing run scores at least 4 degrees of success, the target also suffers a critical.
So it's 2 crits basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see here.
So 5 times the damage, and then 2d5s for damage. Yeah,
Alright,
for-
so what do I need to roll?
so first do your damage 5 times.
So roll what, 8d10 plus 20?
Hold on, let me. I'm reading real quick.
No,
I'm gonna let David figure it out.
Well, it's really It's kind of convoluted.
Okay, so what's the damage on your bombs? Give me one roll of them.
Okay, I'll just roll.
Okay,
I'll
well,
just
so this is what it says. Each hit deals 1d10 plus 4 damage. Add together the damage rolled up from each hit, so he can get a maximum of 5 hits right
Oh,
now.
Are these the normal bombs?
Yeah, these are Starhawk bombers.
these are
okay.
Starhawk bombers, not Marauder bombers. They're different.
Okay, yeah. Then
Okay.
it's 1d4, and you roll that 5 times.
So just roll a 1d4 and that's it.
1d4, but you roll that 5 times because we have to add all of that up. Sorry, no, sorry, stop. I misspoke there. 1d10 plus 4.
Ah, okay. I was confused.
Yeah, 5 times.
Yeah, sorry, that's me.
Add together the damage rolled for each hit, and then subtract that from the armor.
Yeah.
Bomber attacks
Right.
ignore void shields, and they use the lowest armor value of the ship. So if it has an armored
Yeah,
prow, they
so-
just ignore that.
So 1d10.
Plus 4, and we'll times that by 5. And we'll get
Okay.
the damage from there.
That's Righteous Fury.
Nah, well,
It's not counting for the
we're not
damage.
we're not using it for void
19,
because that'd be very broken.
24, 36, 40, 50 points of damage. They can only deduct 16.
I think you're doing good work.
At the bridge.
Oh yeah.
You mean the whole vessel?
Roll me 2d5s. As you are gonna do critical damage. They are now in. Fucking hell. Thank you. So that is gonna be a 1 and a 4. So that is hold, lucky hit. Right, so you space a section. You can pick any. And let's see here. Of course. You damage their thrusters. And basically this ship is now considered out of function.
The sexy term for the Navy of scuttled.
Yep.
Ooh, yes. So reclaiming.
Yeah, the Badger is definitely of reclaiming because it is horribly maimed at this stage.
Oh gosh.
They should have started running earlier. We might have given them, just a quick death, and they could have gone to whatever they believed in.
All right.
Dave, did you see the video I sent you?
I don't want to click on any videos at the
Oh,
moment
that's
just
right, that's
because
right.
I'm
Yeah.
recording.
Tenebris Mayor is going to launch boarding parties to take over. No, not the Covanta.
I was about to be like, wow, they're just like, Mechanicus, come to us.
They're going to launch boarding parties to take over the Badger now.
Good
Given
job.
that it's got no functionalities.
Are they gonna be okay?
Remember, no. The big boy was on the Ave Adele, most likely.
No. That's what I'm talking. Not talking about. I'm talking about the ship's fucking dead.
Well, boarding parties would probably have void suits. They know what they're going into.
Yeah, they're going to be pacifying the local resistance, so that by the time you are towing it back, you're not going to have something like, oh, they've planted bombs here and here and here and prepared, resistance. Like, they're just going to go in and make sure that the people are stripped down of weapons, the slaves are kept in check and such. All right, Brian, any actions from you?
Well, I would first. What have I been doing all this time? Because there's a lot been going on.
You've been ensuring that the morale has been high. You've been ensuring that the attacks have been going well, that people are working hard, and you've been ensuring that effectively other people like the Tenebris Mayor, the Covantas, and the Science Pathfinder have got, a strong morale. So you've basically been like the person holding together this entire void combat in terms of the.
And I imagine that's going well.
Very well.
Very well. So at that time, I would turn to Matthias, and knowing that he is very busy, but I see that we are I would notice he would become slightly more relaxed and not any less focused, but more relaxed as the war is going in our favor. Wouldn't you say so, David?
Yeah, once he sees that we're starting to get control of the battle space, yeah, he would start to, his orders wouldn't have such a how'd I put it, brutally authoritative tone, as in that's what he clapped back to was the old days of on board a capital ship, screaming at under officers who aren't doing their jobs right.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's starting to pedal it back. He's actually near his chair now rather than behind people. potentially going to sit down.
Yeah.
He
It's
was
been
on his toes there.
exhausting for everyone.
Well, dude, we lost a whole fleet because they did some shenanigans. So Matthias was like, "Oh boy, this is not going to be going well." So he's still concerned with that capital ship. You can tell he's watching Augur readouts and whatnot.
Hmm. I think that's it for everyone at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
with all that information, though, I would go up to Matthias and saying, "In what regard would you have me do to ensure our help to ensure our win?"
Hmm. He says, as of right now, the battle seems to be going in our favor. I ask that you pray for the souls of the Mechanicus fleet lost at this moment, and be on standby to man the auger. Man whatever is necessary. Auger arrays,
Okay.
and whatnot.
With that, is there anything open to go to, or is there?
Yeah, so there's a few auger rays and scanners that is open. So if you can give me a scrutiny roll or an awareness roll, that would be perfect.
I don't have scrutiny.
Do you have awareness?
I do.
All right, you can give me that. You're going
Okay.
to be reading over things and just shouting out what's important.
All right. Awareness. It will be a. Do I have any modifiers to it, or is it straight awareness?
It will be straight awareness.
Okay, I'm gonna be doing a perception plus 20 because I have 20 on awareness.
Mhm.
And another. You want me to roll something else as well, or is that it?
That's it. So at the
Okay.
moment, you're basically picking up that the Arvidale is not giving up. It's still fighting despite the hard hits it's been receiving. It seems to be still going strong. Whether that's because that they are that stubborn, or whether it's because of the lack of leadership is not warning the rest of the people that there's actually fires going on. It's a bit of a mystery, but it seems like the Arvidale is going to be continuing. Although they seem to have lost, a lot of visibility and control. The Covante moves over, starts shooting at the Black Fortune. So some 2 good hits. It's taking some big punches for that. That's the Covante. Arvidale. You're gonna have 2 bomber squadrons coming out.
Yeah. 2. Why not 1? Because they got.
Because they
one
have free
baby.
launch base.
Ah, son of a bitch. Boo! That's fair.
Sides and front.
Oh, see, I didn't know they had a front launch bay. That's fair.
No, they did. It's I've included it in the little thing that was given to you.
I apologize. That was my bad. Then, all right.
That's
sweet.
all right.
Good to go.
Alright. Launch space, port, starboard, and prow.
That works.
All right, so you've got that. You've got these, so they're gonna do their bombing runs. That's gonna be 5D 100s. Oh, sorry, no, that's gonna be 3D 100s. But they get a bonus. Oh, you fucking son of a bitch! They can't hit for shit.
Oh.
That they're continuing straight forward.
Oh. Yep. Broadside time.
The light of the Emperor has blinded them, and their heresy will perish in eternal fire.
He says that
Yeah,
as they roll a 6 for a broadside.
Oof.
Yeah, that was their ability to actually make out where the fuck you are.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
So-
Well, even without augers, he's like, I can see out the window.
That's where they are. Because apparently they're now using their bombers, or these new ones, as the target locks.
Oh boy. Well, that's good.
All right, here comes their macro battery shot.
Yep.
That is with. Let's see, were they able to get a bonus in? Nope. That would be a single hit, which your void shields will be absorbing.
Oofda. Oh, the Emperor is with us, man. It is not luck. It is fate.
The Black Fortune concedes out that it surrenders.
As the two Mechanicus ships start bearing in on it, hey man, they might not
Yeah.
even be chaos. They might straight up be just privateers who were hired. You never know.
Yep. And
They want to leave.
they are asking to be servitors.
Badges are there as well.
It's
and we're gonna-
COVID.
We're going to be rounding this up as the next turn. The Audere is technically going to be experiencing its first mutiny.
Yes, good. Well, I'm going to scream at the Red Baron to get back here with his fighters.
We could get some of these rolls out of the way here. I
Yep.
take that you could just go back. Can you give me 3 rolls for piloting, Stevens? And then we'll consider that. We'll see how that goes.
All right. Can we hail? Well, actually,
Yeah.
we're gonna, after coming over here and coming about, we're gonna come up behind the Audere. Let the mutinies. You know, we're getting readings of mutinies. We're going to start let it soak for a moment, because you know mutinies are always good when you're the winner, and then we'll start hailing them. As
Sounds good.
we tell the Mechanicus to take the Black Fortune and the Badger under what's its face? Yeah, under lock and key, and have the Tenebrious Mare come up behind us as we maneuver towards the Audere. There we go. Oh my god, and then we'll hail them.
That'll be the end of the session, guys.
Oh.
I can't describe how annoyed I am that all my bombing hits missed.
I was
Because you do not have the red baron.
So wait, did
Please stop
neither of our ships in our fleet take a single point of damage?
No.
Yes, but that's also because you were outside of where this was going on. If you were inside, someone had to burn a fate point to
not die.
get out.
Play smarter, not harder.
Well, also we were very lucky. We did take hits actually. We took quite a few hits, but since we're a larger ship, wood shield
can
helped.
absorb it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Tenebrious Mare got lucky. They got targeted by some big las cannons, but they rolled badly on firing at them. So.
Yep.
I mean,
You
you can be like, "Ha, we took no damage." How many ships were technically lost to this guy down here? How many Mechanicus ships were lost?
About 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
That was a one-turn thing, and that was their ace.
Yep.
They were going to be using if they thought that you guys were doing too well.
Yep.
Mhm.
Did I hear
Hubris
Ace?
is a hell of a killer.
So
You got those pictures, Zexius?
Yes, I do.
Thank
I'm
you.
only going to make them available for you.
Okay.
It's
Hey,
a good thing on record.
I want to see some cool stuff.
No, because this would be directly for.
Oh, gotcha.
See, you're called meatbag in this thing.
Ah,
Hey, that's our word.
All right, and then as for the Chaos Space Marines, here's what he looks like.
oh my
Oh, hey, I
god,
love that pick.
that is badass.
Lord.
Wow.
Yeah.
Make sure he extra dead.
So
Slum
what will you
Dash,
guys-
anybody?
We will be discussing that, next session.
there
What
is-
you're gonna do with him.
There is nothing
because-
reclaimable.
Because if you guys want to bring him on board your ship or somewhere, like I need to know who, what, and where, and when. And if you want to leave him in space, that's fine.
If I'm saying this now as the arch militant, unless our road trader proves it, I will personally try to kill anyone who brings that heresy on board. That shit stays off the ship.
If anything, we should personally shoot one battery at him to
Or
vaporize him.
I'll just carpet bomb it.
Just end him. Do not let that on board the ship.
Right.
Actually, can you
That's-
space hook him into the void?
Don't. Everyone wants to space hook.
Yeah, because it's more interesting.
It is more interesting, but understand this. What? Okay, hold on. First and foremost, I'm going to stop the recording here. All right.